What's up, everybody? So nice to see everyone again. I know I haven't been on here in a few days. I've been kind of hopping on Max's, but I did want to come on tonight. I do have just a few things that I want to cover with the Nancy Guthrie case. I also wanted to have, sorry about that. I also wanted to have Dom C on tonight. I know she's trying to figure out her live and how she can dual stream with me. So we're just waiting for her to come on. I thought that it could be for educational purposes to have her join us to kind of give us a little bit more in detail about pacemakers and how that can help us. Oh, I think I found Dom. Hold on one second. Let's see if she. Hi, Michelle. Welcome in. Dom, see? I think she might be frozen. Let's see. I'll try to remove her and have her come back in. Um, Yeah, so I thought having Dom C on tonight would be awesome because I have a few questions I want to ask her about pacemakers, about the night that Nancy went missing to see if there's a way of, based on, because it was still connected to her phone before she was kidnapped, is there a way to read basically her heart health in the time that from her? Oh, I think she's back. Hold on. Hey, are you back?
I'm trying to get.
Dom? Dom C? I don't know if she could hear us. Hi, Designs Laura. Thank you for in. Hi, Hi, DGC. Can you hear
I
us, Domsy?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I think you're back now. Can you hear me? I think you're cutting in and out. Maybe she might be. Maybe she needs to come back in and then come back out. I'm not sure. Hi, Courtroom Carrie. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, everyone. Thank all 56 of you right now for joining. Um, we'll wait and see if Dom C. Let's see if maybe if I remove her, she can. Um, it might be her internet. Dom, see you back? Can you
A
hear me?
second, let's figure this out.
Hi, Shibby.
I can hear you.
Oh, I can hear you now. Can you hear me? I think you're freezing. It might be your internet. Unless that's just me. Guys, can you guys hear Dom C in the chat or see her? I don't know if it's me or you. Hi, Kimmy. Let's see. I'm gonna check my Shibby. Can you hear us? Hi, D.
Can you
Oh,
see
she's
me in my
freezing.
chat,
Okay.
Shibby?
I think she needs to enter stream and dual stream for Backstage in your StreamYard link. Are you still streaming off your personal one? So if you end your
Yeah,
personal live,
streaming off
you can
mine.
go live off of mine.
Is it better now?
Let's
It
see.
says you're
Oh,
in the
that's what
show.
Shibby said. Shibby says you're watching my stream instead of joining, I think. It's delayed 6 seconds. Okay. Hmm. I'm not sure. I think she might just be having tech problems. I think, Dom, I think you need to end your current live that you have going on, and then you could start a new live with me. Um, Hi, Jim. Hi, Thomas. Hi, Max. Hi, Holly. Hi, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. Again, there's a few topics that I did want to cover. I would love to chat with Dempsey again about the pacemaker. I do have some questions for her. I think that, it would be great for all of us to gain a little bit more knowledge in that sense to kind of understand. Oh, hold on. Let's see if she's back. How about now? Hey, Maisie, welcome in.
Are we clearing up now? Can you?
No, I think you're watching me from your stream. I think that's the issue. I don't think you're joining from the link I sent to you. I think you're on your own stream. Thank you, Angel Eyes.
Okay, can you hear me
You're
now?
glitching. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, everyone's saying it's frozen. Oh, I think she left. I think she'll be back, guys. So while we wait for her, thank you guys all for being here. Thank you for hopping on. We can go into the pace. Hi, Linda. Happy hump day. We're a little bit closer to the weekend. Cannot wait to be there. We can chat a little bit more about the other updates that I want to touch on with Nancy before we. Oh, Dom's back. Let's see if this works. The one moment. How about now?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can.
Yay! I think we got it. Okay,
I think
awesome.
I'm just backstage on yours. I don't think that it's sharing to mine, but that's okay.
No, so go into your right side and it should say dual stream to your channel.
Oh,
Hi Kathy, thank you for being here. Do you see it or no? It's on the right hand side. Yeah, she does.
you
She
know what?
looks and sounds.
I exited out of my StreamYard. Maybe I need to go back into that.
Yeah, you don't even need to. All you need to do is copy the link. Sweet dude Shibby said tell her to enter other stream too. Oh, 2 gems silver star. Thank you, Kimmy.
You guys are so funny.
A new one will start. Yeah, he said so if you end your old one, a new one will start when you come into this chat. Also, Shibby, do you want to hop on? You can hop on. I can email you the link if you want.
Yeah,
Totally up to you.
seriously. He's our little mentor. We need
He
him.
is. A new stream will start when she sets one up. Shibby, I'm just going
So
to send you
funny.
the link. If you want to jump on, you're more than welcome to. If not, no worries.
What do we always say? It's all good.
Wow, these gems. What do these gems do? Thank you, Danny. I'm still learning. So, okay, he's coming on, Shibby. So he can walk us through. Hello, Bev Mac. Thank you for being here. Hi, Sweet Bree. Hello, sweet ladies, mods, and chat. Welcome in, everyone. We almost have 100 people in the chat. Let's see. Shibby will be able to walk us
I'd
through.
rather just be here visiting with you because I only
Well,
have an
thank you so
hour
much
because I
for
got to
being
finish
here.
getting ready for work.
Thank you so much for being here. I did want to ask a few questions because I do feel as if the pacemaker is basically a key part of this investigation. I know the sniffer was out and it was looking for
I don't know
Nancy
about
based.
over there where you are, but over here we were 100 degrees yesterday, and it is so.
I think you're on a delay still. I don't know what is happening. Now she's back. Hi, Lydia. Thank you for being here. Hi, Dee. Can you hear me now? I think we're like going,
Yeah,
we're not.
I over.
Okay, let me add Shibby to stage. Shibby, can you help?
Check, check. Hello.
Can you hear Shibby?
Check,
So
check.
you're not on delay, are you, Dom?
I don't think so. I hear you
okay,
just
good.
fine.
So I can help you here, but it's easy. But do you want to stream it to your channel, or did you say you have to get going soon?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
You
I only
should.
have an hour before I have to finish getting
But you
ready for
should.
work.
It's really easy. And
I'm a night shift
okay.
nurse.
Also,
so I leave
you
at
can get
6 o'clock.
but you can get the
night
hours
shift,
if you want. If Michelle will let you, you can leave it running and it'll end when
Yeah,
she
that's what I'm
ends,
saying. You
and
can
it'll
stream with me. Get your
So you'll
hours
get the
in.
hours. Yeah, I think you should.
I
Honestly,
I think it's on mine because I went
No,
to my
but
channel from my burner
all
and
right,
it says there's
I can
4 people watching.
right, I can explain. So what you did is you started your own stream. You need to end that one, delete it,
I
end it,
did.
and come backstage here and set up stream to your channel, stream to your audience in the top right corner, and start a new one and give it a title, a description, and just hit start, and it'll dual stream this to your channel, and you'll be integrated together. So when you're in StreamYard, if you see up in the top right corner, it says stream this to your audience. If you click that, you'll start a fresh new one, and you give it a title, a
Yeah,
description, and hit
I'm
start.
pretty sure that I said, and
I can go check your channel, because if you started a fresh one, then you're dual streaming. I'll check. But I think you started before her. Oh, there is one. It says 7 minutes ago.
I see.
Okay, it is working. It is working.
Oh
I'm
my
there.
goodness.
Michelle, she goes, it sounds complicated on the Michelle
So
in the
you did it.
chat.
So she did it. You're dual streaming to your channel. It's working. I'm listening to it right now.
Yay. Okay, we're good then.
Yeah. So I'll get out of the way then. Okay. You guys have fun if you
No, stay on,
need me.
Shibby,
Oh,
unless you don't
okay.
want
No,
to.
no, stay,
No,
stay.
I will. I will.
Yeah, stay in. I
Yeah.
think it'll be fun.
Okay.
Patriot Pride, hey, welcome in. Beach Girl, hello. Can you still hear us, Dom?
Perfect.
She is.
Yeah.
She, oh,
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I wanted to bring you on tonight just to chat a little bit more about the pacemaker. I feel like hearing from someone who works in the medical field, who has all this knowledge, you'll be able to share with us. Let's see. I think she's frozen on mine again. I don't know. Is it me, Shibby?
she looks frozen.
Okay.
Yeah, she's definitely frozen.
Yeah.
No, but it's dual streaming to hers. I'm watching. I see and hear you and I on her channel. So
Okay. Yeah. So I
I
think it's
sound
her
amazing.
internet.
I sound amazing. You look amazing, and Dom is frozen.
Yeah.
But it's good though. It's got to be her internet. It has to be.
Hey, Gary. Thank you for hopping in.
Ooh, does she have it? If you're near your router, if you have a LAN wire, you can plug into. If you're on a desktop, because Wi-Fi is probably not so great. I use hard wires. Actually, my desktop has a dual LAN setup, so I can plug 2 LAN wires in from my router. It's like double speed through the wires, through a cable instead of Wi-Fi.
Hey, Adrian. Sorry, I'm saying hi to everyone. Should be as you explain. Hi, Maisie, Patriot
Hi, everyone.
Pride, Gary, Upcycling Life Line Unfiltered, DGC, Tammy. Yeah, I'm curious. I think it must be her internet. Yeah, but at least she's
Definitely.
smiling in the
She's
frozen picture.
It is. Yeah, it's a good thought. So Dom, it is.
What's funny is I can.
Oh. Can you hear us, Dom? Yeah. So make sure you're not watching through your channel. Make sure I think you are talking through StreamYard. So that's good. Everything's working good. I think it's just your internet. And every time you freeze,
Yes.
it's freezing on it's a flattering photo every time we freeze.
Yeah, it is.
Lucky.
You look great every time it freezes.
Keep smiling.
Hey, Brown Eyes. This is the friendly Michelle. Hi. I didn't know there was an unfriendly Michelle.
And I'm just a useful idiot here helping these amazing creators.
Yeah, but I didn't even know how to use anything before. I'm like, what is
Nope,
that?
this
Like,
is
how
good
do you
for
do that? Like, you need to host like a something.
Plus, if she leaves it running again, if she goes to work and leaves it running for 3 hours, she's going to get her hours, right? And it'll be on her channel. So this is great.
I wonder if she leaves this, turns her camera and volume off, and then joins from her phone because she'll still.
Am I back?
Oh, you're back.
Am I back?
But now she's muted.
I've heard if you turn your camera off, it might help because all we need is your audio right now. If your internet's slow, because maybe the camera steals all the bandwidth. So if you just turn your camera off and keep your audio on, and we can probably talk until you get better internet going.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
No, nothing.
No, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Oh, okay. Which is bizarre. I'm really pissed because I've got like the top tier Comcast, plus I've got the booster on. But you know what? I'm in the back bedroom, so maybe I'm just having issues getting that that connection. I think Starlink is
Wi-Fi.
my next best bet.
I think if you can get a router and use a cable LAN wire if you're on a desktop, because Wi-Fi is hard for you to do all this on Wi-Fi, in my opinion. If you can
Yeah,
ever have a
probably.
desktop and plug it
Well,
in,
now
Having
she
so
because I would.
many
sounds fine.
having so many apps open, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you sound
yeah.
good right now.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and you look amazing.
Sorry,
Um,
guys, for all the glitches.
yeah.
No, this is
I'm
it.
good
This is
with
good.
computers when it comes to programs, but the
Don't worry.
internet and learning StreamYard, and my son
That's it.
wants me to use this other program, and I looked it up.
OB something.
OBS.
Yeah, I've never tried that myself, but this is good as long as we don't keep repeating these. These are lessons, not mistakes. So I'll try to stay out of your guys' way. I'm here.
Oh
No,
yeah, no,
join
no
in. We love
problem.
having you here.
Wow.
Yeah,
All right, Dom, I don't know if you heard me before, but I wanted to ask you a few questions about the pacemaker.
right.
So I know you have obviously a lot of you have a large medical background. You work in the field currently. So I feel like it'll help bring more awareness and knowledge to this case, having more of an understanding of what the pacemaker could have added to this case, meaning as basically my thoughts currently was okay, so her pacemaker was connected to her phone, but I know the phone disconnected or the pacemaker disconnected from the phone, but from the time of um the burglar breaking in, kidnapper, whatever we want to call a masked man breaking in, would we have the signs of her heart be on the phone at that time? Do
So
you know what I
now
mean?
it depends on what the app was, Michelle.
Okay.
What a pacemaker is, and I had a diagram that I had pulled up, but that's okay. I can explain it. It's a little disc that goes into the left side of the chest, and that disc, it is like a little computer, and the wires from that computer attach to different parts of the heart. So all a pacemaker does is our heart works on electrical impulses. So there's certain impulses in diseases that people have that slows their heart rhythm down. All the pacemaker does, that little wire just shocks that node in the heart to basically it's a giddy up
To
to
keep
get
it
it
beating.
to keep it beating at a certain pace. Right? They've got pacemakers usually set at 60 beats per minute. So
Hmm.
it'll monitor the beats per minute and then give the shocks where it needs it. Not like an internal defibrillator, where if your heart stops, it gives you that jolt
Hmm.
that shocks the heart to start beating again. So they're two different devices.
So would
So
it tell you if someone, for instance, had like a heart attack? Would you be able to read that
no,
on a, okay.
no, from the research that I did, no, it just tells the heart rhythm. And she had hers. That was all the definition I was going to read. So it says the app automatically pulls data from the pacemaker and sends it over Wi-Fi um, or cellular data to your medical team. It pairs to the watch using her serial number, and then beyond checking your pacemaker status, apps log daily symptoms. You can hand log in symptoms, weight. It does your heart rate and any of your physical activity. So it's an interactive app that Nancy would have to enter data into. I don't know if she just had it because the cardiologist wanted her to have it, or like on your Fitbit or on your Apple Watch, where it tells you what your heart rate is. The Apple Watches actually can tell you your oxygen level. Um, my brother's can connect his to a blood pressure cuff, and he can chart his blood pressures regularly. So there's a lot you could do with the Apple Watch. So,
Now,
Dr.
would someone else also have this information plug? Like, for instance, would Annie or Savannah have her information connected to their phones as well? So, for instance, if they were able to see, like, okay, mom's heart was kind of shifted last night, like, is that something potentially that would have been able to be seen?
she would have to share the app with them, like my mom's medical records. Me and my brother have access to my mom's medical records. She doesn't have any mobile devices, but in these types of apps, it's on her phone with the serial number that connects to her pacemaker. So she's the one who's monitoring that app. I would imagine if the daughters had the app, that they were might be able to view it, but only Nancy's watch would collect the data from the
Okay.
pacemaker.
Yeah, I'm just
And we
thinking if
don't
they
know
were
if
able
it
to
was
view it, you know what I mean? Like if you're able to view that and see like what I guess I'm trying to say is like would any of this information would be some sort of assist in the case? Like from what you've gathered or what you know about pacemakers, or is it kind of just hit or miss depending on what kind of app she had or what kind of data
I
it
mean,
collected?
it, if she had a heart rate spike, it would have logged it. But I almost wonder, someone had said it on another live, and I think that gal was a cardiac nurse too. So that was her specialty. I'm a medical nurse. I'm generalized medicine. So I'm like a buffet. I know a little bit about
And of
everything,
everything,
but not
yes.
but not a specialty. But the cardiac nurse was saying that some of these apps have a preset time, like your phone does updates on a certain date at a certain time. She was analyzing that maybe the 228 was when her app had a set upload time of the 24-hour period, and that it
Okay.
wasn't a constant registering. So if that's the case, she could have been gone at 1 o'clock. She could have been gone at midnight. She could have been gone at 9 o'clock. Who knows? When it uploaded and she wasn't there to connect, no information would have been available.
And now
So we
seeing
don't
as
know exactly what the disconnect was.
yeah, and also seeing basically as if they say like a pacemaker is basically kind of still working even when someone has passed on. Do you think that it's still going, like in your
Well, the
opinion, from like
battery, it, it's the battery that continues to
yeah,
work
okay.
because the heart stopped, there's no rate control to be had. But that battery, some of them have 5 to 10 year life. So I think initially what they were hoping with the sniffer was that they'd be able to. Now, Army vet would probably be the best one to talk to about this. Them loading her actual app with her actual serial number from her pacemaker, because the doctors have that,
Hmm.
and trying to connect to the pacemaker through the app. I think that's what the signal sniffer was supposed to do. But let's face it, once it got announced, if Nancy was deceased but not in a container where it could block the signal, I'm sure those people got on that right away.
And removed it, correct? Yeah. I mean, that's what
Removed
I
it.
would think too. Yeah, they probably knew. But also, um, being that the helicopter can only fly so low and it was carrying the sniffer, is that even
Right.
something like can it even be that
I
close to
know.
really pick up a signal? Like that was my
Yeah.
thought.
Army vet would be really good at explaining that
Helicopter,
technology
pick out
to us.
Bluetooth. That would be pretty tough. Maybe a drone if they were able to hover close to homes or whatever. But a helicopter, that would be tough because you'd have to
Yeah,
get
that's
pretty
what I'm
close.
thinking.
Hmm. But a
Because you
drone, they
can't
could probably have it with
legally,
a
you can't
drone.
fly that close to the ground.
Well, I think if it's the police that are doing stuff, maybe they'd have an exception with a drone. Who knows what they're doing now? That would
Yeah,
be
that is
that's a great
true.
thought. Just a good. Well, ask Army vet. Yeah, he'll be able to answer. Sorry
Yeah,
to
Army
interrupt,
Vet,
but
if you're in the chat, come to the light and we want to bring you on.
Yeah,
Angel
no,
Eyes, get them on here.
it's a great technology, but the thing is we don't know how advanced it is or how it works or anything like
I think
that.
with Bluetooth they just have to get close enough. So I think within 50 feet, I've heard people say. So a drone, and with the authority from law enforcement, if they're doing an investigation, they might have. They would be able to snoop closer to homes and stuff. I'm sure. I guess.
And I'm just curious, like,
Yeah.
what kind of answers could we get from um, the pacemaker itself?
Well, you could find her body with the Bluetooth
Yeah, but
signal.
it's also like, I guess if they can't find her that way, I'm saying from that app
Mhm.
that she had, do you think they were able to gain anything, any knowledge from that night?
Just the heart rate spike. If
Uh,
Okay.
she was,
I, I,
if it was continually connected, I would say it was the heart rate spike, and then that disconnected to 28 that she was
but
out
not
of the
just disconnecting.
vicinity.
Sometimes the numbers tell a story where you can see like if someone's startled, and maybe you can kind of surmise what might have happened from the
Right,
numbers. Like if they ran, their heart rate, and then they stopped, or then they, if they're unconscious, they
right. And
might
how
have a
long?
lower heart rate, and then
Right, how long was her heart rate in the hundreds? If
Mhm.
she got
Yeah, that's what I'm
startled,
saying.
it would jump up, and then if there was a struggle, her heart rate would be elevated, and then when
Mhm.
she was out of range, and then it stopped
Right.
monitoring.
Now, also, it probably would tell them if the heart rate stopped before it lost connection. And it's obvious that, and if it was stopped for, say, 5-10 minutes, she had passed. And then if they took her, then it would have lost the connection. So they can
And
know if if it lost connection first, that would
there's
be,
no way in a million years the FBI is going to release that information.
no, of course not. Yeah.
And also, wouldn't you think it would be you would be able to also know based on the type of her spike how long potentially that person was in the house for? Because if it spiked at a certain amount of time,
Right.
then you would think like, okay, if it was
Mm.
spiked this whole time until she left, then we know, okay, the person was here from
Right.
X, Y, and Z.
Was there a
DGC
20-minute
said,
struggle?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Or assuming that she knew they were in there. So say they get in there for 15 minutes, and then so it'd be they would know the time that she knew they were there. Because say they got in for half an hour, then alerted, then she didn't see them, and then they kind of stumbled on her. So they could have been in the house 45 minutes, but the last 50, you'll know when she knows they're there, kind of thing,
Right.
Because if she doesn't
It's
see
it's
them,
an
they could be
interesting
sneaking around.
dynamic. The technology, it's an interesting theory with the sniffer. My biggest concern with Nancy was the blood thinners, and if they took her out and she was still alive, but let's say the blood inside and outside was because somebody punched her in the nose.
yeah.
Mhm.
An uncontrolled nosebleed, this was a horrible thought that I had. They punched her in the nose, got her into a trunk of a car or something, taped her mouth shut. She could have aspirated
Mhm.
from the uncontrolled bleeding from a nosebleed.
Or
That
even if
blood
someone's on
went,
like blood thinners, like Coumadin, like my grandma's on Coumadin, and if she like gets pinched or anything like that, like she bleeds
oh yeah,
so much. So I'm wondering if I think they said she was on blood thinners as well, correct?
yes, I heard that she was on blood thinners. That was my biggest concern with her. You know, it could be that she had a form of clot in her leg, deep vein thrombosis, clots in your legs. They'll put you on blood thinners. Um, Certain heart conditions like atrial fibrillation, they'll put her on. Um, you still there?
Yes, we investigate. Wayne wanted to jump on for a bit.
Hey,
Hello.
Wayne. Hi.
Hey, what's going on, Shibby?
Not much. What's up, bro? First
Okay.
time we talked, I think, or
I think it is live, or maybe the second
awesome.
time.
Awesome.
We
Have
may,
you and Dom C met? Yeah, you guys know each other.
yeah. I think I was on hers day before yesterday, or maybe
Wow.
yesterday.
Yeah, and I think it's our first
Yes.
time meeting. Hello.
Yes,
She helped me on my second live.
yes.
It's because of I figured out how to add people to the
Yes,
stage.
that's what made me know like it wasn't someone random because Dom was like, "Oh, he helped me today," and I'm like, "Oh, perfect, let's bring him in."
Yeah. So here I am. I'm going to try to stream this to my audience and see what happens.
Mhm.
Yeah, go right
Oh
ahead.
no. Yep. Have you ever done the dual stream? I'm here to help you guys. We got two useful
I
tools here now.
know.
So,
I
Oh,
have.
I have a new
awesome.
member. Welcome, Roxanne. Thank you so much.
Now,
Welcome in.
while Wayne's doing that, Dom, there's a question in your chat from Chris Talks Truth, and he asks, "Can the spike in pacemaker, as reported, be considered a heart attack though?
It doesn't monitor changes in, all the research that I did. It doesn't record that. Like you have to have a heart, like an EKG type heart Holter that can interpret that. So could it have been a heart attack? Maybe, but it just records those beats.
Plus, a professional reading the data to interpret is probably best too. Like someone looking at the actual numbers and thinking, I know what happened here.
But the pacemaker doesn't do an EKG.
What does it tell you? It tells you, they must get some info where the doctor can look at it afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, it monitors the heart rate. And then the electrodes will give a little zap when the heart rate starts to go down to get it back up. So basically I don't even know how to explain it. It's a regulator. It's a heartbeat regulator.
DGC, which is Rob, said a spike in a pacemaker's recorded heart rate is not medically considered a heart attack. However, a spike in heart rate can be caused by a heart attack.
Good answer. Yes.
Yeah, Rob is really
in our audience. They know their stuff.
They do know their stuff. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you perfect.
Cool.
I don't have my headphones on or anything, so.
You sound okay.
Wayne, do you have any questions for Dom C about the pacemaker? I think it was just for educational purposes for all of us, because I had in my mind for a while, like, okay, maybe they'd be able to tell, and I think they probably could tell how long the perp was inside the house for, but maybe we're not hearing that properly about did she have a heart attack or X, Y, and Z. I think having more of an idea of what happened that night and to know like, oh, was her phone connected to another family member's? Like, I get like the next day she wasn't really noticed to be missing until 12 because she didn't go to church or whatever. But it's like, if you had that on your phone and you notice, okay, mom had a heart spike last night from X time to X time, wouldn't you think like, let me go take a look at her? I mean, maybe they didn't have this option on their phones, but that just crossed my mind as well.
Yeah. So Dom C, let me ask you, do you think that she made it home because her phone made it home and there was no disconnect from the pacemaker app until 2:28? Does that prove that she actually made it home that night, in your opinion?
I don't think there's any proof of anything. I assume she made it home because the garage door opened and closed. I assume that she was, she had a continual monitoring on her Apple phone of her pacemaker, and that the download at 228 or the disconnect at 228 was part of that continuous monitoring. If it was just every 228 in the morning, it uploads all the day's data, then I can't say if she was home or not.
But
I wasn't there.
So they would know if her phone made it home, correct? You would think that they would know
by like tracking and like find my friends. You would think they'd have like
FBI
some
would
sort
know.
of yeah.
So therefore,
her phone made it home, absolutely.
If her phone was at home and her pacemaker app didn't disconnect from her phone until 2:28, doesn't that mean basically almost she has to be with that phone? I mean, there's no way to separate the two without it disconnecting, right?
But I'm also hoping that they got camera video of her coming home. And again, they're not releasing anything.
No, they're not.
But the FBI would know, did Tommaso drop her off? Did she actually come home? I mean, they'll be able to see that on her video cameras if Google was able to extract all the data.
Right. And you would think that they would know that and that they would know that she was at home. It's just I keep hearing a lot of people saying and speculating and having the theory that she never made it home. And I just, There's no way I can get with that idea. I mean, there's just no way that you think that
Yeah.
Pima County, as corrupt as they are and as crazy as Nanos is and ignorant or whatever you want to call him, in my opinion, and the FBI is, they're just not telling us she didn't make it home, or they're fooled themselves in thinking that she made it home when she really didn't. Was A&T able to trick them into believing she made it home when she actually didn't make it home?
It's an impossible speculation without all the evidence that the FBI has, and they're never going to give that to us.
And we have a few people in the chat. Chris Talks Truth said, so the pacemaker strictly serves as the purpose of keeping the heartbeat balanced. The cardiologist is the one that gets all the information
Correct.
and data directly, correct? And then DGC said the combination of these digital connections provides absolute undeniable proof that Nancy Guthrie made it safely inside of her home that night, rather than relying on speculation. Investigators from the Pima County Sheriff's Department, the FBI, were able to back up her physical return with hard automatic data gloves from multiple devices.
That's the way that's what I mean.
Yeah, so it said former FBI investigators noted that her Apple Watch recorded her physical steps and movement inside the house after the garage door closed. The watch's internal accelerometer data mapped her moving, though the house getting ready and eventually settling into her bed for the night. And that's interesting, because why wouldn't that be data that they would share then? So the public had the understanding, okay, Annie and Tommaso did return her home. I think it was hard for a lot of people to understand how she got from point A to point B in 2 minutes, from the car to inside of the home in 2 minutes. Like they said, they pulled up, she was in the house within 2 minutes with the garage door closing.
Which I kind of agree with that for 84-year-old with mobility issues. I mean, what do? You pull up, you say, all right, get out, get the hell out of my car. In she goes, and you just kind of, I saw you in the house, bye, good day. I mean, but some people think that 2 minutes isn't a
non-investigatory. It's non-investigatory. Anyway, information. It's just, yes, we verified she was home. Yes, the watch showed her steps. It's not going to hurt their case by reassuring the public. And it would stop a lot of speculation if they would say, yes, we had the Apple Watch.
And that's what I'm saying. And
that's
what doesn't make sense to me. It's like, why? I get it. Like, you want to hold some things close to you. You don't want to share all information, but to try to clear the family's name, because knowing there's so much speculation around Annie and Tommaso, wouldn't you want people to be like, okay, I will forgo them. We don't feel like they're guilty anymore. But as of now, people still think they're guilty. And where are they? DGC said authorities hold back specific forensic details like the pacemaker connectivity logs to preserve the integrity of the active investigation, protect the victim. I understand that, but then you heard today from the FBI that basically, or whenever that interview was, I think yesterday, saying that basically Sheriff Nanos in the Pima County, it took them 4 days to allow them in on that case. And obviously we know the first 48 hours are the most important.
Most definitely. I mean, they could at least say, when you say you saw her in the house, was that with your eyeballs? Or did you actually physically walk her into her house?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not going to hurt nobody. I can understand was there forced entry? You don't want to get that out there, because if you get like somebody that's confessing, you want to make sure you don't have a false confession. So you get the person there and they tell you how they made entry and certain details like that. And that's how you verify, okay, we definitely have the person. But there's a few things that they could come out with. I don't know.
Also, it's good if somebody's confessing, they want to make sure they're a legit confession.
Right.
by knowing things only the investigators know.
Right. I think I
Um,
read on Brian Enton. It's like a pink glove theory. If they drop the pink glove, only investigators and law enforcement knows that there's a pink glove. I mean, that's just an example. And then if you have the person in the room and they say, "Yeah, I was there, and I dropped one of my pink gloves," then bam, you got 100% you got the person. But there's certain things like, did you see her in the house or did you walk her in the house?
And that's the thing
Well,
too. It just doesn't make sense. And also I feel that person or whoever, which makes me kind of think this was a setup, is how did they know that Nancy was alone that night and that no one was in the house with her? I understand, yeah, she was an elderly woman who lived alone, but you never know in that situation, was someone there with her?
or if they were monitoring the home, they could have been sitting up on that hill in a car or in the bush. They could have seen the home completely empty all night, and then her get dropped off, and then him, Tommaso, leave. If that's how it happens, they can see one person go in. They could be sitting there watching from the bushes, or like,
That's true.
Yeah, I also want to address someone in the chat. So they were Brenda Walsh actually noted it that I actually want to chat with everyone about tonight about the other woman who was 30 miles away from Nancy. Did you guys see that? They also did a home invasion on her. They SA'd her. They physically attacked her. 30 miles from Nancy. It happened at 2:40 a.m. They
that
went
was
through
a
an
serial
unlocked
rapist and
door.
that was a
Could very
serial
well be.
assayer and murderer. If I can say that.
Absolutely.
So,
Could be.
But do you feel as if that is, I don't think it has anything to do with Nancy, but do you?
they talked about the woman that Brian Enton interviewed in her living room, who lived close.
This just happened Monday night.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know. I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
this happened Monday night.
That's
Let me
right.
give you the details. It happened 2:40 a.m. Monday night in West Vegas Drive in Tucson. They suspect that he went through an unlocked door. He physically and SA'd her. No arrests have been made. They believe he's Hispanic or white, 5'10", gray in his beard, thin build. He was last seen wearing an oversized green shirt. Nanos did an interview saying that nothing here indicates that the case is related to the Nancy Guthrie case. However, we know that it happened 30 miles from Nancy's home. The attack happened right before 3 a.m., went through an unlocked door, and he attempted a burglary before leaving. And the sheriff, they have no identification of the person. They don't have anyone in mind who they think it is. So that's where we currently are. It just another person on the loose in Tucson, and they have no leads. But to me, I wanted to ask, do you guys think this has anything to do with Nancy, or do you feel like this is something totally different where they're like, okay, I saw this happened at X time to an older woman. I'm going to go ahead and we don't know what happened to Nancy inside the home, but it is kind of strange timing and all of that.
It's funny that you bring that up, and it's awful that it happened to that lady, but it's one of my Achman Grazer theories that I'm going to do Friday or Saturday. The essay scenario, I'm going to go over the 2018 Nancy Woodrum case and show some of the similarities between what happened to her and the circumstances that we're finding ourselves in with Nancy's case. So that there is someone in Tucson who's openly doing this without fear, yeah, I'm very concerned that if not this person, if someone in that neighborhood.
And that's what's crazy too, is it makes you think that, again, people feel as if they can get away with a lot in that area. It doesn't seem as if Sheriff Nanos has any control over what's going on. And the fact that people are leaving their doors unlocked, and I think it personally is because a lot of people in that area aren't even aware still of what happened to Nancy Guthrie. So,
Strange.
Yeah.
Very strange. People don't even know what happened.
it is heartbreaking. Again, another elderly woman is now going through another experience like this. It seems like the height difference potentially, I mean, but who knows? What if this person who did this can lead back to some sort of updates to Nancy? You never know because we don't have anything right now.
Did you get her age, Michelle?
The
Did they?
woman's age, it just said an elderly woman. They didn't release the age. I can see if I could find it. They said elderly woman, so I'm guessing it had to be someone um
I actually
older.
seen
5 and older.
JLR with the Google Maps today, and it was like it was on a dirt road, kind of
Hmm.
out in the middle of nowhere.
So Carla just asked, so the new lady that was attacked on Monday have any camera footage? Do we know? They're asking for camera footage. They're asking for people in the neighborhood to provide their Ring cameras or anything that they have. I don't believe they have anything right now on this man who did this sick crime. So again, it's like people are leaving their doors unlocked. I don't think they're paying for subscriptions, and only being 30 miles from Nancy, that's pretty scary.
Very
Michelle, I
scary.
think it's because the public awareness isn't out there. I mean, you made a great point. When JLR and the boys went to that Walmart and they were handing out flyers, more than half the people said, I have never heard of this before. Or some
Right.
people were saying, oh, they haven't found her yet. So I don't know if it's lack of news
Oh
coverage
my.
or people don't watch the local news or people just go about their everyday lives and aren't in tune with their community. But if
Wow.
people are still having their windows open and their doors unlocked in Tucson, Arizona, that's a big problem.
And being older, and that's the issue where I feel like is stemming from Pima County, because again, we don't know if this was a target attack to Nancy. Obviously, we think some people think like maybe it was a setup, and we just don't know. But if they were putting out more awareness of Nancy Guthrie, more elderly women or just people in general would take more precaution, and they're just not doing that. So it is very frustrating that you have someone like Nanos leading a whole county
Well,
who's just
this
not
case
doing what they should
helped
be
my
doing.
ass because yeah, I paid for a subscription because of this case on my cameras. So, and I've heard lots of people have been getting cameras, especially, older people saying, well, this case is terrible. The YouTube community is what I'm referring to. A lot of people in the chats have said, oh, yeah, I got a Ring camera or I got a Waze camera. Because
Or
for us,
Nest.
it's brought attention to it.
And that's what it is. I
You're
feel
right.
like it's bringing more awareness to those who are not watching mainstream media. I think a lot of people who are still watching mainstream media feel as if this is under control, that it was more targeted rather than it could be something that was just in the area. Again, we don't know, we don't have answers, but just to be safe, you should be locking your doors at night and paying for subscriptions.
Oh yeah, for sure. And
But you don't really need
Agreed.
the subscriptions, I'll be honest with you. If you get the Wise cams and you just put a 128 gigabyte SD card in it, you can do a whole lot with just the app for free. You don't need the whole subscription, because with those cameras you can access everything. It holds up 3 to 4 weeks of 4K video. If you have a 128 gigabyte SD card, the cameras are $40, the card is $10, and you don't need a subscription. It's $50, and you can put 4 of them up on each corner of your home and cover your whole property.
it's too bad.
And Michelle, I don't blame Nancy
No.
because she lived in
No, I
that
blame
house
her
for 50 years.
family. Like elderly people, they live in a world that it's never been the way that it is now. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of elderly people were like, we left our doors unlocked, we lived this life where it was not the way it is now.
Mhm.
They're still stuck in that time. She lived there for the decades, so she felt safe, but her family should have been able to cared for her and was like, we're paying for that subscription, or you know what, we're not going to have an Uber come pick you up. It's just there's a lot of things that their family is just letting Nancy just slide right now, and it's sad.
Mhm.
May I
It's
just jump in quickly and say,
environmental,
can I need to
100%.
say one thing, guys.
Yeah.
Criminality, Teresa, a superstar, old friend, has showed up in my chat. I just wanted to say hello to you. I love you and I miss you. That's all.
Aw.
Aw.
Sweet.
He is a sweet dude, Shibby.
Yeah,
He is.
Shibby's awesome.
I am. I'm a dude and I like to get shibby.
I also saw Shibby, not to change the subject, but I did see that
Whoa.
the faithful servant, I think was the name.
Oh, yeah.
I commented on his page. It was like, you need to add Shibby in next time.
Mhm.
And I think a lot of people requested that.
He said in my chat, he says, I'll put you in next love boat, Shibby. Tell me your desires and wishes. I might grant them. And I said, haha, anything you choose is fine. I'm honored, just not the British accent like the other one he put me in. He gave me a British accent in that clown circus one. But
I
anything
didn't
he
see
chooses,
that.
there's one at the circus, and I'm in it, and I have a British accent. So
That's awesome.
That's so funny.
You
You'll
need to
have
be
to work
dancing in it.
more.
That's
Yeah.
that's what you need to do.
And working at the bar with Ted and James Feather.
getting water for the guys, pole dancing for everyone, and I'll cut your lawn. I'll be cutting your lawn. Mhm. Anything you want,
That's
faithful.
amazing. Or making breakfast. You could be making the French toast or the pancakes.
Yes, for all you guys, all you beautiful female creators sitting there working on your computers, I'll be there serving you guys like drinks and croissants and whatever you want,
The IT guy. Should be the IT guy.
and helping you. Yeah, plugs and wires, whatever you want, faithful. I love it.
Oh, thank you so much, Alex, for hopping in. Means a lot. Hopefully next time you can hop on in. He's getting ready for the interview room, he said.
Oh boy,
Right on.
is Alex in yours? Oh,
Is
hey
he
Alex,
going
what's up?
to the interview room?
Yeah, he's in mine, not yours, Shibby.
Oh, Alex,
Please.
the nerve
I'm
of
stealing
you.
all your friends. No, I'm just kidding.
I've known Alex for 2-3 years before this whole thing.
Alex, you owe me 5 minutes on my channel, man. Come on. I stayed with you for months. I was there for months, dude.
Alex, I've got criminality Teresa in my chat, so I think
Okay.
she's got more subs than you. I'm just kidding. No, like, they're both awesome. Friends from Delphi murders community for years. I've known them. So before all of
Alex
this,
said, I got you, Wayne.
I see that. Alex is the man.
He's
Awesome.
awesome.
He is awesome. And he pays his bets, by the way. No matter how many thousands of people are there, and you make a bet with him on basketball, he pays you.
Shibby, yes, criminality. I miss her. Is that who you're talking about?
criminality Teresa. Yeah, T. She's in my chat.
Hello, Jody Wood. Let's see, Jody.
She came to
Um,
say hello.
oh, hey, Sal. Sal's here too. I think he's in your chat, Shibby.
Oh, Sal. Hi. Look at all these superstars showing up for us, little people. Hello, Sal.
Sal was
Sal
a great
Capano.
designated driver in Vegas, huh?
Yes, he was a wild one, that guy. Him and Ted together are like, oh, they can't be alone together. Him and Ted.
Two
They went
Italians,
to
huh?
that. Yeah, they went to that meat factory or the meat restaurant, getting all that sliced meat. Did you
Oh
watch
my
that?
God, all the Brazilian place. Yeah.
That was amazing.
Right?
Yes.
It really was. Just meat after meat after meat. They kept bringing and bringing and
Yeah,
bringing.
yeah. That's a great way to do things like that. Just bringing sliced meat to your plate.
Yeah. Different kinds. They would have to like roll me out of there in a wheelchair.
I know, because you could literally just keep asking for more and they don't,
Well, you
they never
don't even have to
stop.
ask. They come and put it on. They put it on the table, and whoever they just start cutting the meat. They bring the huge like pieces of meat on sticks that have been roasting, and they slice it at the table and start just you put your fork out and grab it off. You know, you should see the video. We'll show you if you haven't seen it. Oh, I'm so amazing.
Crazy.
So good.
But I also just want to touch on, did anyone see the Kash Patel interview as well? It was from the other day that they posted it. He basically was interviewing and noted that they weren't allowed to come in and assist until 4 days after the original kidnapping of Nancy. And as they noted, the first 30 hours are super important. DNA, putting the crime scene tape up, and like Nanos was letting people come in and out there as he pleased. He wasn't there until he obviously gave that interview during the night. But what do you guys take from that? It seems as if they're not on the best terms. I mean, he's noted that he's open to, assisting them, and he wanted to be in there sooner, and said that the doorbell footage that they recovered was them, and they could have potentially gathered more footage than what was even there because of the time that lapsed. It was down to a specific amount.
Right. And Patel was with Sean Hannity, so he was kind of
Yes.
in his element. He was getting the softball questions kind of thing.
But also, they threw Nanos under the bus, both of them, hard.
Max,
We watched it on 857. It was great. Hey, Max,
Max
what's up?
has joined us.
Hi, everyone. Sorry for being so
Hey.
late.
Where you
Oh,
been?
look great.
Wake up, get with it.
Working. So
Oh,
it's just finishing up. So hi, everyone. But
Hey.
I've been listening to you guys. So it's been a great discussion so far. Hi, everyone in the chat.
Alex said, "Hi, Max."
Hi,
Alex, we were watching you go to court the other morning. I
were.
called Max. I was like, "Alex is on his way. We got to
Hi,
watch."
Max.
Hi, Dom C. How are you?
Do you have any?
I'm
Now that you're
wonderful.
hopping
How are
in-
you? We're going to have to do a real live together and just chit chat and spill the tea.
Yes, 100%. I definitely want to do a live with you soon. I've been listening to all of you, and one thing that I wanted to add
You're
about
so sweet.
the other elderly woman whose house was broken into, I think it's unfortunate because when you look at it, if you're someone who wants to do something bad, you're going to. And I think that seeing how the Nancy case has been handled, unfortunately, I think that could inspire someone to want to do something bad and to feel that they can get away with it. They did not set a good example with how they handled things with Nancy, and they're still not setting a good example. So if you are someone who wants to cause harm, which this person clearly did, they did it, and I hope they don't get away with it. But I think it's just really unfortunate because they probably know that the sheriff's department isn't going to do a great job.
Yeah, and Criminal Network said that is scary because Nanos warned us it would happen again. And that's the issue is
It's their
they're
fault
not
that it
bringing enough
happened.
public awareness to everyone in the area. Again, another elderly woman is now at the hand of their shitty Pima County Sheriff system. Like, excuse my language, but it's awful. Like, and they're not doing anything to raise awareness and even spread anything about Nancy's name or making sure people are locking their doors. 30 miles is not that far.
Especially not out there. I mean, I just think it's really unfortunate that it's happened again now. And going back to the part about people don't know about it. So if you're elderly and you don't know that this is going on and your kids don't know that this is going on, you might not know to get a camera and to put it outside your house and to be more diligent and lock your doors. Like you were saying, Michelle, they grew up in a time and still think that the world is the same where it doesn't happen in that area. I mean, I'm sure no one ever expected that to happen where an 84-year-old woman would be abducted in the middle of the night, but it did. So it's just really, really sad that we see it happening again. Hi from Tammy just sent you.
Oh, thank you so much, Tammy. That was so
from
sweet.
Ohio.
I've never been to Ohio, but maybe now I have to go.
Columbus, Ohio. I hear that it's amazing out there.
$10 should get you there.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Wayne? I mean, you don't have to say it on here, but.
Oh, I don't mind. I'm from Douglasville, Georgia, which is west central Georgia.
Oh, no. Are you near
George.
Patriot Pride? Isn't he over there?
He is a little more, I think, northeast from me. So
I see.
you don't say exactly because
Mm-hmm.
I guess they had to protect a little bit more. But yeah, we're both from Georgia, so not too far away.
Mm-hmm.
I had family in Georgia. It was called Leary, Georgia, Leary, Leary. But when I got divorced, I lost them in the divorce. So
Oh.
I mean, it's good. Like it was her mom.
Are you
and-
stuck in there or what?
no, but I drove down to Georgia from up here in Toronto. I'm in Toronto, Canada.
Yeah, they said the devil went down to Georgia.
They did. I went down, but I left. So I couldn't stay with them. Yeah, too much trouble down there. But there was pecans everywhere. I loved it in Georgia.
Pecans, at least you say it right.
Pecans.
Some people say pecan, right?
Yeah,
Pecan.
Pecan pie.
I don't
Pecan
care.
pie.
Yeah. Don't call me late for the pie when it's done. Yep.
I agree with this. Chris Talks Truth just said, oop, sorry, the chat's going fast. Yeah, if you're a criminal, Pima County is the dream place to live. It's almost rewarding to break the law there. Just have to follow Nanis in his footsteps. And that's what I agree. I just don't think he cares enough to do anything about it. He doesn't want to reprimand anyone because he just doesn't care. You could see it. And the more of these cases that are coming to light, especially this, and even going back to the Holly Dasso case, that case was so heartbreaking. And the fact that and I don't know if any of you guys are aware of what happened, but a woman was found deceased on the railroad tracks. Same Pima County sheriffs overlooking that, was found deceased on the railroad tracks without any clothes on, was decapitated. It's going to be 3 years in September, and they still have no leads. Same people looking at that case.
Yeah. Even here, how we, there's already no leads. They're asking people for help. It's just, I don't think they know what is going on. It's not good. Criminal Network says I got barbecue sauce and barbecue at Pride. Yum.
I think you should send me something out and promote. Seeing how I'm a fellow Georgian, he should send me some over to try out and promote. For him.
Well, actually, Max, you made a good point today too. You said that the good sheriffs that were under Nanos actually left the department because they didn't want to work underneath him, correct? You did read that?
Yeah, that's part of the issue, that they say that everyone under him is not qualified or has resentment towards him because if you speak up against him, you get transferred. So it hasn't been the most qualified people looking at the case, and people just moving around so much. So it just seems like there's a lot of, a lot of disorganization. And unfortunately, who knows if that led to this? But I mean, just looking at it, that would explain why things keep getting missed there, why there is so much going on. And it just seems like you can't say anything to Nanos. If you do, you just get transferred out. So clearly he didn't want to work with the FBI. I doubt he's going to want to work with someone who he sees as below him.
Did you read about Aaron Cross, Max?
Aaron Cross, what was that?
He's a sergeant. He's the head of the police union as well. He's put on a desk job right now because of conflict with Nanos.
I did see that.
Yeah. It's like you can't stick up for yourself or else you're just reprimanded. Also, I'm dying at this comment. You have to be 5'6" or shorter to be a Pima County deputy. I'll make the cut.
Michelle can.
Alex, man, he's a trip. He's right. They love the short people.
Yeah, that third guy that showed up was just like a mosquito with a bunch of weapons on his body.
Yeah, Alex said, "Bring your kid to work day" when the third deputy showed up. So,
it's an antagonist.
Oh, you could see it, Dom C. You could see the chat. You just have to hit chat. You could just hit
comments.
Yeah.
Well, you guys know how it works. I can show you when you're dual streaming from backstage.
They're all yours.
Go ahead.
No, those are all of ours. Those are yours in there too. You can explain that, Shibby. You taught me.
They're all together. I didn't know that.
Oh, you'll see them all together on StreamYard, but when you type it into StreamYard, it only goes to your chat. So and the chat doesn't see it mixed. Your chat, Wayne's chat, and mine, if we're dual streaming, triples, whatever.
New.
So we see it integrated, and if you see that little paperclip, it means it's one of our chats. There's a little paperclip on the photo.
Up top on the right-hand side,
I see the paperclips. Yeah.
Well, on each person, if you're looking at StreamYard, that means that's in yours or mine or Wayne's chat.
Also, thank you so much, Rose. That is so sweet. PI 56, so good to see you as well. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everyone who's here.
Shibby's going to do so good on the live boat.
I will. I'll get you water, Alex. I'll line the chairs up so Ted can jump them too.
Right.
The chat is going so fast. Wow, I have 165 people in my chat right now. We have 270 total, though.
I have 80. Nice. I have 81. And Dom has.
Really want to know what I got? Okay.
Oh, Michelle, if you hover over that on the StreamYard.
Today because I have to work.
I think you're calling in sick to stay with us.
Oh, I can see what everyone has. Okay. I have 161. Max has 11. Dom has 12. We has 2. Sweet has 79. But all together, we make a great. I don't know what
force to
5
be
would be.
reckoned
I can't think of.
200 total, right? At least.
Yeah.
Thanks to my
Voltron.
I'm pulling my weight with my 11 people. Thank you guys for being here.
just made yours and you're out doing me there.
Yeah.
Michelle,
What'd you say, Dom C? Oh, did we lose her?
I think we
No.
lost her.
There, she's smiling. There she is.
Oh,
There she is. What'd you say, Dom
am I
C?
back?
You're there. Yeah, you're here.
there she is.
I said before I head out to work, I wanted to say Sheriff Nanos botched this whole thing up, whether on purpose or not. But him not cooperating with the FBI was totally personal because they investigated him before and they got his number 2. And I can't imagine that he's dumb enough not to know they're going to get him on RICO. If they got Al Capone, they're going to get Sheriff Nano.
I agree.
Bottom line, it's going to happen. And I just stick it to them so that they didn't get credit for solving it. I can only assume that he thought it was going to be 1-2 days. They're going to find her, that she wandered off or she went to Vegas with a friend. And now that it's dragged on for 6 months, now he's got egg on his face because he didn't let the FBI in until day 4. The one person that they had that was joint task force, she wasn't part of the federal FBI. She was the local Tucson. So he's kind of mincing words. They're saying, well, the FBI was involved from the beginning. Yeah, no, it wasn't. So I hate him, and I don't hate very many people, if anybody at all, but I had to express that. It had to come out. I just hope he goes to federal prison.
Do you think it will
Because
happen?
he's going to
though?
look
Do you think
horrible
it'll?
in orange because he's
Oh boy.
summer.
Imagine him out on the side of the road cutting grass and stuff.
He looks like melted,
I think
just like meat. Like he looks like he's just
Yeah.
a melted piece of meat.
No, they'll have him in solitary.
True. Yeah. You won't. Yeah.
Yeah, protective custody.
Yeah. Protect. Yeah. Peace. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He'll be over there with Ghislaine getting a nice
Yeah.
sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting a facial
A
and
girl should
pedicure.
always dream.
I love that. Oh God. Lawn enforcement. This is good, Nano's lawn
enforcement.
Right, so
enforcement.
do I just keep my
Just
What
out
you
of
could
hand.
do, Dom, is just leave. If you leave backstage, but don't end it, just leave it running to your channel. And if we stay on for 3 hours, it'll stream. It's still streaming. Your people can stay there and chat
Okay.
and everything.
Yep, and you'll get the hours.
Yeah. Just
oh
keep it running.
wonderful.
So
I'll
Yep.
just turn the sound and the camera off and then just let it go. Maybe I'll pop in before I go. I actually leave
well,
the
you can
house
leave,
for work.
or if
just-
you want
I
to
need-
leave your picture, you can leave your picture up, but you can just leave backstage and it'll still run. So as long as you don't click the right and end
Okay,
it.
sounds good.
Damn,
So-
my mods are putting in the work tonight.
Well, I'll
I
say
keep
that-
seeing them time people out.
I'll stay backstage and say goodbye before I leave. How's that?
Like you can just
Okay.
mute it and keep yourself there, and we can put you up every now and then. Yeah, just mute it and leave it there, and we'll pretend
Hi,
you're talking
Dom.
with us.
She's
Bye,
just
Dom.
gonna
You've
hop
been
back
awesome.
when she wants.
Okay, so we'll see her again. Hi, everyone in the chat. Thank you all for being here.
Did y'all notice me and Dom C were in the same house? By the
I
way?
did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You got the same. You got the same interior decorator.
Well, I'm just going to reach over there and click it for her every now and then. Make sure she's
Remember, Max, you're like, I can't, like, Dom C's background was so beautiful.
Yeah,
Like, you
I was
literally,
like, wow, she has a grand piano. Like she must play. Like I was making up theories in my head. I really
It's
thought it
our
was
house. We live together.
real. Yeah,
oh, you guys
The
are
problem
married.
is
yeah.
Wayne's arms disappear whenever he puts his hands up. So it's got a magician there too.
Just floating hands.
There it is. Look they just disappeared. If you put them up above your head, we can't see that. You just disappear. You got one arm. Oh my god.
Regret.
You have one arm.
I just make the hair change colors. I'd be doing all right.
You need to get one of those green
Oh,
screen background thingies for the
Beach
green screens.
Girl gifted 5 Case and Conversation memberships.
Ooh.
Can you read them?
I can find them, or I can go to your
I
chat.
love that Shibby reads them. He does such a good job.
Yep. Let me just get to your chat in 1 second.
That's awesome.
I got to open another browser. You can carry on. I'll find when I find it. I'll let you know.
Oh wait, I think I could see it. I could see it, but I do
Yep.
like when you read it. I think it's better.
Oh, give me 1 second. I went to max. Oh, there's yours. Right there. Boom, I got you. And it's loading. Here we go. So you Beach Girl gave it's Designs Laura.
Yay!
Oh, yay.
M. Wilson 9090. Criminal Network Alex.
Oh, Alex, you're now a member.
Yeah, Army Vet 420 and
Army
Melinda
Vet?
Carroll.
Oh, that's a good bunch.
Aw.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
So
Hi, Chloe.
Thank you again,
Beach
Beach Girl, and welcome to all the new members. Congratulations.
You got celebrity members now.
What does the gems mean, Shibby? Like, what are gems?
Oh, I can explain that. Yeah, if people give basically each one is worth a penny, literally.
Okay.
So if somebody gives you 100, that's like $1. If you get 1,000, that's $10.
Oh, that's so cool.
No, sorry, that's $1. Sorry, $1. 10,000 is $10, and because I had 40,000, and YouTube gave me $40.
Wow, that's so cool. I got a bunch of different rhinestones tonight. I don't know what they were.
Basically, each one kind of has like the better, one's worth 10 or 20. So if they choose to give you the higher levels, whatever it is, it turns into rubies when you cash them, or you don't have to cash them in. YouTube will just add it to the monthly monetization payment they make.
Oh, that's so cool.
Nice.
PA wants to know, where do you get the gems from to send? Do you guys know?
You could in chat, when you can click on like the super chat money thing, you'll have an option to choose and pay for some. I think there's like packages you can buy, like thousands of them, and then when you don't have to give them all away at once, you can give one. You can just keep choosing, give them away at your will, sort of. So if you buy a package of like 10,000, you can give away a star. That's like 10. An ice cream cone is probably 30. So
Nice. Well,
Right,
thank
that
you.
makes
Thank
sense.
you, everyone. Welcome in, Olivia. Welcome here. Oh, I got 2 more gems. Or someone got gems. I don't know if this is me or you, Shibby.
oh, I don't know.
I think that's you.
Now, do you have yours enabled in your chat? Because I don't. When I clicked on it, I don't see them there.
Whoa, everyone's sending them now.
It's got to be. It's under membership gifting. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Under membership gifting, you can buy. Oh, that's membership
Oh, is it?
gifts. I don't see the option. Sorry.
I just
Oh,
got
you can
2
buy-
jewels.
No.
I think you got 10 gems, Shibby. Yeah, those are
Oh my
yours. You
gosh.
got 2 gems and 10 gems. 2 gems from Patricia, 10 gems from Tony. I got 2 gems from Serena. Oh, I like that name. Very pretty.
Alex, you better come give me a gem, dude. No. Just playing.
Are you monetized? Can you receive that stuff?
No, I ain't monetized yet.
Oh, okay. You got to. Yeah, it's got to be monetized. So you got to enable it, I guess.
I'm gonna get there though.
Patricia
Good.
just sent you 10 more gems.
For me,
Oh.
thank you. Oh my gosh.
Max isn't monetized yet
Oh,
either.
I'm not monetized. Sorry.
We'll get there, Max. We will get there.
Send
I'm 850
send Max.
subscribers and
Send-
many hours away.
So send the jewels to Michelle or Shibby. We'll make sure. Max
Yeah,
hears
Michelle will
about
have to buy me a smoothie if you send them to her. So
Yeah.
we'll tease Max about it. We're getting.
Oh, you got 2 gems, Shibby, from Jen Hall.
Wow. I know it's kind of funny because I was watching Nikki's Unjust, and somebody, it almost turned into a game. People were just like throwing these gems at her, and she was getting so excited, and she didn't know what they were for. And that was just today. I had to explain to her that it actually turns into real money.
That's so funny. It's amazing. But any thoughts basically on the chat? I know, Max, you were listening in, and Wayne, you joined us, and Shibby. What are you guys thinking? Someone wrote happy poop to you. Or no, that's
Oh.
to me. That says 10 gems, happy poop.
Oh.
There's a poop emoji they can send. So it's
Did
fun.
Alex send that?
I don't know.
Right, direct
If you guys,
from his tent.
if you wanted to watch that interview, I have it. If you wanted to put the screen up, because
Oh yeah,
it's
can you
on
Oh,
put
yeah,
Fox,
that
can
but
you do
on?
that?
That would be awesome.
I have it. It's ready if you
Okay.
want.
Oh, here, let me
Share
add you
my
on.
yeah.
I had people stop and over and visit in my chat too, so I appreciate that very, very
Oh,
much.
Yeah,
good.
share the love.
Perfect.
Yeah, we could do
Share
that
the love.
after too. So everyone here, I just got 30 gems now from Tanya. Thank you, Tanya.
Really?
Serena
Yeah.
sent chili for 6 jewels. Oh, this is so funny.
Yeah,
Wow.
and it's good because it's not a lot. Like, I mean, if you give, 100, that's $1, so it's kind of fun. And certain ones show up over the chat. Like, I'm not sure how that works. They show up
Yeah.
over the chat, like a picture comes jumping out for everyone.
You see that over at Kevin's a lot. His maybe it's in a setting somewhere that just kind of pop up like a big clover
Right.
or a big coin or something. Twing.
Or it's on
Makes-
iPhone, I think. Maybe it's just on iPhones. I'm not sure. I see that.
Yeah, maybe.
So thank you for everyone giving us jewels.
Yeah, definitely.
It's fun.
I know Nikki got a bunch of jewels today too, so it's like
Right. Yeah. I was
Good
watching her. She
gem.
got so excited. Yeah.
Yes, she did. What a good heart she has.
Oh, wow. I just got an email from someone also saying, Tucson emergency news, urgent attempt to locate missing person Jane Morgan, 84, female, blonde hair, last seen at 7:08 p.m. at the Walmart pharmacy. She was last observed wearing white over green and driving a silver 2014 Hyundai. If you have any information or sightings, please contact. So there's a missing
Wow.
person now.
84.
This
Yeah.
just
84.
came up?
You gotta be kidding.
Yeah, this is from one day ago. Someone emailed it over to me.
Wow.
Seems like the elderly are just getting taken out over there. That's terrible.
Something's going on. Like that's the 84. Yeah. Something's not correct. Another 84-year-old going missing in the same area.
Oh, Brenda. Yeah, that's the 84-year-old did Brenda send this to me? No, someone named Kathy sent it to me. Yeah, something's not right there.
Mhm.
No. Y'all know that prime time. How do you say the R word on here?
S-aid? Or is that what do you mean? R as in the
Prime time
bad word?
rapper.
Oh. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you
No
were
idea what you're
saying
talking
about that interview that Brian Enton did in that lady's house, and she was talking about.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. He was never charged, even though they found out it was him. The statute of limitations run out on that, and he was never charged.
The one I mistakenly brought up from years and years ago. It was a serial S-air and
Right.
And yeah, Brian Enton interviewed. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Brian Enton interviewed a female that lived close to Nancy Guthrie's. He sat in her living room, and in the home that she was in now, she had been a serial SA had come and did things, but didn't murder her. But they found out afterwards he was a serial murderer and all that. And so Brian Enton interviewed in her home.
So
they called him prime time because that's when he struck, was during prime time hours, like on TV, like at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. And even right there in Nancy's neighborhood that happened. And they only found him several decades later because of his DNA advancement of DA. DNA.
Well, I don't know if it was several decades. Was it that long? It might have been 10.
The statute of limitations, maybe a couple of decades, whatever the statute of limitations that is. So, and I don't know how old the guy is. Is he 60, 70 years old? I know he's free. Is he out?
I'm not sure.
And about targeting, the elderly?
We can look into that because I don't want to misspeak. I'm not positive. I just remember it, sort of.
Right. Yeah, you can type in primetime rapist.
I'll do that while we're waiting. Tell me when you want to watch that interview too. I got it ready.
Okay, bud.
If you wanted to watch that now, or I can find it. Primetime. And should I put Brian Enton's name too?
You're more advanced than we are. Well, should be.
Oh, I'll just go to. Well, I can find it after. How about after we can watch that? I'll set it up because
that's fine.
He interviews her in her living room, and she talks about
to
Nancy Guthrie.
Share my screen and stuff when I'm on dual
I
stream.
also don't understand why they're not really chatting about this woman whose house got burglarized and they tried to, well, they essayed her and they tried to burglarize her home. Why aren't they speaking of that more?
Right. Hey, that would be a good house for the streamers to go to.
Next, 30 miles away.
Yeah.
How far would you say 30 miles would be driving distance, like time?
45 minutes, I would think.
Mm,
30 to 45 minutes. I usually consider a mile a minute for myself.
mile a minute.
That's just me though, because I don't play around.
Well, should we watch the other interview first?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm curious.
yeah.
Let's see it. All right, let's go.
So basically, it's Sean Hannity, Kash Patel, and they're going to throw Nanos under the bus and run him over a few times here. It's
Grab
awesome.
something to drink, guys. I'll be right back.
Yeah, good idea. So you got 8 minutes. We can play it all, or let me know if you want to pause, Michelle, anytime.
Perfect.
8 minutes. It's 8 minutes and 10 seconds. Let me know if you guys want to jump in.
Now, President Trump's FBI is racking up win after win under Director Kash Patel and his leadership. Earlier today, the Bureau did announce the overseas capture of an alleged 546.
Do I have the right one? This isn't it. I don't feel. I
Yeah,
feel
it
this
goes
is not the
right to
one.
it.
I think. Does it? Is this the right one?
I don't think
I
so.
feel like
No, I don't think
I feel like
that's
I
it. Is
watched
that?
it. No, this isn't it.
It's like
So,
a sit-down
give me a
interview.
second. I'll find it because I found it on the internet. I didn't find it on YouTube. So that was, so it was Kash Patel, and it was in the article I read. So Kash Patel, Fox interview.
Thank you for being here, Miss
Sean
Barney.
Hannity.
Upcycling Life. Thank you for being here.
It was on the Fox website. Here it is. Here.
I
May
told
5th.
Angel Ice to also put all of you guys's subs into, or Brenda too. If anyone could put any of my mods can put everyone else's links in there,
Man. what's going on?
channel names.
Because it was just the other day. It was. So,
Yeah. Michelle, you sent me the link. Do you want to email it to Shibby?
Oh yeah, let me see.
I have it
So
too.
I think I should be able to go to the. It should just pop up here because these are all saying May 8th. So I'll go to
Wait,
the Fox
I sent it to
website.
you, and I said, "Here."
Oh, that I just saw it because I saw the.
Oh, you
suit
got
he was
it?
wearing. I saw the suit he was wearing. It was a blue suit, I think.
It was quick. Oh yeah, it was on the show. It was on Hangout.
It's this one because, yeah, this is it.
Yeah,
This is
wearing that
it.
suit.
Yep.
So, 1 second. Let me just because they do things. Whenever I pause, they go small and this also. So I got the volume on. I'll put it on loud if it's too loud. I'll start fresh, and I'll make sure the quality's up. It's only 4:30. I'll turn it to 720 so it's clear. And this
Patricia,
should be
I
it.
am cases and conversations. Thank you. Go ahead.
You use to destroy
Oh,
and
wait.
literally shred
Some
and
reason it
burn
jumped ahead, so
classified
here.
information.
Here it goes. It's only 1 minute and 49 seconds.
Programming
This one.
note, a new episode of my new podcast, Hanging Out with Me, Sean Hannity, drops tomorrow, featuring the one and only FBI Director Kash Patel.
Now, I don't want to keep pausing and interrupting, but I think it's longer than 1 minute 49. Do you think I have the right one? Says 1 minute and 49.
Well, that was him sitting and chatting about it. Hold on. I
Mhm.
think,
So-
Max, you want to send that to an email to Shibby, the one you just sent
Yeah,
me?
because also based on the description of that, I don't know if that's correct.
Burn bags. You're so right, guys.
I don't know what that
Give me a
is.
second here.
We spoke
Their website is different every time I click on it. I have to
extensively about Comey's
exit full
indictment, the burn
screen.
bags.
Okay, so this is all. So I'll go to their website, Fox News, and it's got
I
to
just
be
emailed it to you.
Thank you, Brenda.
okay. Email. I'll open up my email. 1 second. Sorry, guys. And
Let's see.
Yeah.
Chris talks true.
okay, I have it. I have Michelle. Oh, it's the StreamYard link. I don't have it yet.
Mm.
You should
So
have
do
gotten
whatever you. Oh, I got it. I got it now. So you guys can. I got it.
Oh, Patricia sent me a floating heart. Thank you. Wow.
Yeah,
Gold
because this is
coin,
it.
30
Now we
gems.
read the-
Thank you, guys.
We can read the article afterwards if you want to, but here it is. Thank you, Max. Saved it.
You know, one thing I want to ask you is about in the Nancy Guthrie case. I got frustrated because I knew from my sources they were trying to keep you guys out.
They did.
They did keep you out.
And look, here's how
time matters in an investigation.
the first 48 hours of anyone's disappearance are the most critical. And here's how these cases works. It is a state matter. It's a state and local law enforcement matter. What we, the FBI, do is say, hey, we're here to help. What do you need? What can we do? And for 4 days, we were kept out of the investigation. And when we were finally let in, Sean, look what we did. We went in and got the Ring doorbell. And we said, hey, is anyone talking to Google? I called the leadership at Google and I said, look, we know that there was not a subscription service to capture all of the data that would have been captured had there been a subscription service. But can we go into the cache? Can we go into the data before it's deleted and see what we can find? That's why you have that image, because the FBI worked with Google to put that image out. Another thing we asked to do.
You guys got that tape, which was the biggest breakthrough during that case.
We could have gotten it days before. We could have also maybe gotten more data had we been let earlier.
Why wouldn't they want your help? Why did they send the DNA to a lab in Florida, not Quantico?
That's the other thing that you hit on, right? Again, we were saying we'll process it. I launched hundreds of agents and intel staff to Phoenix and Tucson just for this case, just to be on standby.
And they didn't want
just
you
to
there.
do the canvassing. And we said, we'll take the DNA. And again, it's a state and local matter. So it's their call on where to send the DNA. We have Quantico, best lab in the world. I had a fixed wing aircraft on the ground ready to move it immediately through the night.
Did they just say no?
And they said, we're sending it to Florida. And then, I don't know,
They have
60
jurisdiction.
days. They have jurisdiction, so it's their call. So,
Bad call.
well, that's for the American public to decide. And what we can do is continue to offer support. We would have analyzed it within days and maybe gotten better information or more information. Our lab's just better than any other private lab out there. And we didn't get a chance to do that. So I understand everybody's frustrations on that.
No, I'm not frustrated with you. I'm frustrated that they, if I was a sheriff and the FBI was willing to help me and time is of the essence, I'd want all the help I can get.
And
So
we're back.
watching that, it makes me question, is
new Caesar sauce
Sorry,
nationwide.
sorry.
Oh,
yum, that looks
yeah,
good.
pizza at McDonald's.
Yeah, I don't know how that would be. But watching that, it makes me question, is there, will there ever be a time where FBI has to take it over or they legally can't because it's in the jurisdiction of Pima County?
I think there's probably certain criteria they can, if it meets, they can take it over. Like crossing state lines, juveniles, certain crimes, they can definitely take over.
But like knowing where it is now and seeing how much of a mess it is, it just
Well, what they
makes
can
me-
also do is they enforce the laws on the sheriff. They enforce, like the FBI also does the RICOs and investigates law enforcement. So if they find they've done anything wrong, they'll swoop in and round them up in a RICO thing.
I mean, it's definitely disappointing listening to that and hearing how things went down and that it just probably was not handled correctly.
And that's the issue too. It's just he's basically confirming the fact. And then you've had interviews where Nanos has said, they're working alongside our sheriffs here. They meet every day. 10 to 12 of our sheriffs meet with the FBI. It doesn't seem that way.
Well,
No.
he said
Does
in
not
this
seem
interview,
that
if we
way.
read it, we can read the interview too. They say lots in here that we can learn from. So if you guys want, I'll gladly read it. Or-
Yeah, I love that. Do you mind?
Not at all.
Okay, awesome. Ooh, Liv Morgan.
So this Nancy Guthrie video may have been erased after the FBI kept out for days, the director says. Director Kash Patel reveals what was at stake when the FBI was kept out of the Nancy Guthrie case for days, published July 21st, just the other day. So it goes on, exclusive. The delay in allowing the FBI to assist in the investigation into Nancy Guthrie's suspected abduction may have cost crucial video evidence due to the elaborate process involved in recovering Nest doorbell footage from the crime scene when the victim did not have a cloud subscription and her physical camera was missing as well, according to the FBI director. Guthrie, the mother of Today co-host Savannah Guthrie, was taken from her Tucson, Arizona home in the early hours of February 1st, according to authorities. The FBI worked with Google to recover cached. So this is another thing, people, if you're listening, when we say cache, or when you heard him say cache, and his name is Cache, so I'll say cache for the sake of being able to distinguish between the two, okay? So cache it's like in your RAM, you have, it saves a predetermined amount automatically, like 100 megabytes. So it's called a cache. So if you had videos, and if one gets a new video comes in the cache, the last one gets deleted over. So it's not the storage; it's a cache. If that makes sense.
Cache.
So so the FBI worked with Google to recover cached video from Guthrie's Nest camera that was not intended for long-term storage and was on the verge of deletion. Cache, Mr. Patel. I'll use Patel for Fox News because his name's Cache too. People might get confused. So
KP.
if there was more, go ahead.
No, I said KP. You can call him KP.
Patel's fine. Crazy eyes. Anything. Just kidding.
Hard to
If
see
there was
it.
more, yeah. If there was more, it was lost before the FBI became involved, and its evidentiary value remains unknown. So Nancy Guthrie sheriff was scolded, the county official, for sharing the tip with the FBI, she claims in an interview. So there's more. You guys want to interject at all before I read? There's a couple more paragraphs.
No, I feel like the wording too, it basically kind of confuses you a little bit because the header was like, oh, potentially like deleted footage from inside of the home. It makes you think that there was deleted footage inside the home. But basically, from what we're reading, is that they're kind of saying just before it was being deleted. Like, but there was a
no. There was because the delay, meaning the longer they wait, if that camera's still running, I guess it would you would lose. Stuff gets overwritten the longer you wait. If that makes sense. But the camera was disconnected, so I don't see how that could happen.
Right.
But also, they supposedly don't keep them for more than 30 days. So I don't know how that works. They're trying to make it sound worse. But yeah, now I really thought about it. Because if the camera was still hooked up, they would then, the cache would be, the oldest video gets written over in a cache. So that's not the storage, just a cache.
So basically, do you feel as if they got there on day one after Nancy went missing, do you think they would have been able to restore more footage? Kind of?
No,
Is that
I actually don't think so. I don't think so because the camera was unhooked.
Right.
The cache is in the cloud.
Patel said that they possibly could if they'd got there faster.
I think he's lying because if you think about it, if the camera is not running, how is the cache being filled to lose the last one? But I think what he's trying to say is if you get to the 30 days, stuff that some from the cache might automatically disappear in their servers. So they might, I don't know how close they were to 30 days or whatever it was, or even 24 hours. I'm not sure of the time limits, but he is implying that they lost stuff.
Right. He is definitely.
But also, just to be clear, because I know Michelle and I were chatting about this earlier, no one went in and intentionally deleted footage. It was just that it kind of expires. Yeah. Because I think
they're like temporary files, type files.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris said, but they had photo from January 11th, so anything from January 11th till Porch Guys should be there.
It's a good point too. If it was January the 11th, which makes me
hooking
think
the camera back up. Oh no, January 11th. Sorry, I'm thinking. Go on. Sorry.
Well, that would make sense because it's deleted.
Now, is that really January the 11th? Because how did they go back and get one picture, and that's it? Don't make no sense.
It's probably keeping thumbnails for the videos, and it's probably just keeping screen. Maybe it's probably not keeping the full videos. It might. Who knows what it's saving in that cache?
But I think it also that he should have realized, and I don't know why you wouldn't have, to contact Google immediately to try and get the footage off of there. But they waited until the FBI intervened and then got the footage, which clearly caused a delay.
I see what they're trying to say. Yeah. So if he waited till the 10th to contact Google, you can only go back a month to the 10th of January. So if he did it on the second day, they could have went back to the second day of January. So they probably lost 4 or 5 days in their. Yeah, I see it now.
I could say that too now.
Well, also just time with the footage to have it and to put it out there and everything. They lost that time.
Right, but when you said, because I know somebody, Captain Kev said yesterday they released it on February 10th. So, and that this photo is on January 10th. It's obvious they can only go back 30 days, and Captain
30
Kev was
days.
saying that too.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
that
if he did it
explains
on
why
that
they came out
third or the
January
4th,
the 11th, because it was less than
Mhm.
30 days.
Mhm. Yep.
Hmm.
So I'll read the rest of this. We were looking. So what was it we were looking for? Remember, it's in this article. We were looking for them to say something, and I said it's in the article before I started this. Somebody brought something up.
Oh crap, I don't remember now.
I don't know.
Let me know.
I was getting some
I'll
information.
realize it when I read it. Yeah. We were looking for the needle of all needles in all haystacks because since she didn't pay for it, they didn't record that data, he said. But there was a chance that it was located in their cache just before it was being deleted. That's where investigators found the video and still images that Patel made public on February 10th in the hope that someone would recognize the suspect and turn him in. A short time later, FBI experts had generated a rough physical description. The masked suspect is described as between 5'9" and 5'10". So between 5'9" and 5'10".
So
was it 5'9"
basically
and a
the
half?
same height of the other guy that just did the other invasion.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So with a medium build, he was wearing a black Ozark trail pack.
I wonder if the guy had a mask on, not to, change subject. I mean, they did say he had a gray beard, so I don't know if he would have had something on or if she was just able to see through the mask. I don't know.
I would love to know. And Nanos is already saying no signs that it's related to Nancy Guthrie. But he says that about every single thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like fast.
He has no idea what's going on.
He doesn't.
Also, last night when Alex and them called into my show, we were watching that Icked Mel guy, and Damien noticed that there's a website in this area where people upload all their Ring camera stuff, and he was watching all these random videos. So if you ever want to look at that one day, look for it's like a Tucson Ring site, and you can go watch people upload all their Ring videos.
Yeah,
and he was watching videos.
Mm-hmm. I was watching y'all last night. Should be better.
Yeah. So I'll remind you of that later on. If we're bored, we can go look at that. I'll find that website because it's pretty cool. But anyways, a masked man appeared on Guthrie's Nest camera at least twice, once on the day of her February 1st abduction and once about 3 weeks earlier. Fox News Digital has reported previously authorities have not publicly ruled out the potential for additional suspects in the case. There is only a single still image publicly available from the earlier visits. Experts say it's likely that video existed at one point. If the FBI were involved sooner, agents may have been able to recover additional evidence, which potentially may have included a suspect vehicle, more footage of the masked intruder, or even additional imagery from a prior visit to Guthrie's home, Patel said. And there's, I think, a few more paragraphs. What we do know is that the longer you wait, there's no chance of recovering the video, said Morgan Wright, the CEO and founder of the National Center for Open and Unsolved Cases. The earlier you get started, the better your chances. Waiting 4 days may have been fatal to the recovery of some video that could have been more illuminating. I think this is a statement from the FBI. I'm not sure. Time is the enemy of all investigations and the thief of vital evidence. You can never go back and get this evidence once it's gone. Time is the most critical factor in any investigation, whether it's finding the suspect, finding the victim, or finding the evidence. Any comment? There's a bit more, I think. There's another this and a couple small paragraphs.
Using a quote though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe that was just like an advertisement or something. I don't know.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Screenshot that. Put that on the wall.
like that's probably their motto, like from Edgar Hoover, like the guy who started the FBI or something. It seems important.
Yeah,
felt important.
That's my banner. That's my next banner.
Yeah, because Google and the FBI were able to recover at least some video through this process. It's fair to infer that earlier video would have existed as well, Wright told Fox News Digital. They got the video here too. So this is, if you're ever looking for it, they've got the real FBI videos here. So. Right. If this was recovered from a back-end cache, it was almost deleted. that implies that another video was deleted because they would have been able to recover more than what they did. He said, timing is always an issue. At this point, however, whatever may or may not have existed remains unknown and unavailable to investigators. That was just a picture of investigators searching the Catalina foothills on February the 11th. So this is I remember JLR and them were like walking around following them. And
I literally just sent a photo to Max yesterday, and I was like, "Do you see JLR and 857?"
right here.
Wait, there he is.
There he
Yes,
is.
that's it.
857's there because we were reading this on his show last night, and he saw himself. 857 and JLR.
That's hilarious.
They didn't know that they were in it. Like it was a surprise.
I think he's seen it, or maybe I'm not even sure, but he did recognize himself. Maybe he knew.
Watch that if...
That is so funny.
You can see JLR with his sleeves under his t-shirt.
Yeah,
and
what are
red
those
shorts.
for? Like, why does he wear those when it's so hot out? I was just curious.
I don't know.
Probably
Are they
He's hiding tattoos.
They keep him
Maybe
cool.
hiding tattoos.
Oh, I thought it was for sweat. Like it took,
I
like
don't
it
know.
prevented.
I thought it was for sun
sweating.
protection, so he doesn't get sunburnt.
Right. I think he did it when he was running. He liked wearing them because he said he was a jogger or like a runner.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't think he
But
has.
they're like-
that.
No, maybe
Gotta
not.
watch
I'm not sure.
I don't think so. I think I've seen him without the sleeves a couple of times. Pretty
He
sure I was
says he has
watching.
no tattoos.
I was
So
watching
maybe
one.
it is for the heat,
Mm.
or just for his style.
Well, the heat wouldn't that make him hotter though?
You would think so, but a lot of landscapers and stuff wear sleeves and long sleeves and hats and stuff, and they claim it keeps them cooler. I don't know how.
What they are is like a spandex. Most of them are a spandex armband. It's not a full shirt underneath. It's just like an arm thing that goes up to his shoulder.
Oh, that's sad. Someone
under
said
his
he said he
t-shirt.
was insecure about his arms. Oh, that's awful.
No, is that it?
No way.
That's
No.
someone
But also,
said.
he did
Hard
one
to
time. I was
believe.
watching his show, and he showed an old photo of himself he had a beard down to like the middle
I
of his
saw
chest.
that. A really long
wild.
beard.
Wow.
Yeah. So
He's a man of many mysteries.
Yeah.
by the
There's a
by
lot
the
of
time the
about that guy.
Go on. Yeah.
No, you're good.
By the time the FBI arrived, the crime scene had already been released. People had been allowed to knock on Guthrie's front door, where her blood was on the porch. It was secured once more, and FBI agents spent hours examining the home and the yard, collecting additional home security cameras. So they collected more cameras, right? Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos has encountered that an FBI task force member was present during the initial stages of the investigation. However, that officer is not a federal agent. The sheriff's department declined to comment for this story. So basically, Nanos, there was somebody from the beginning, but they weren't an FBI agent. So anyone with information on Guthrie's kidnapping.
No sense. Just like everything else with nanos, that don't make any sense right there.
Mm-hmm. But we see them though. There's like these are agents. Like I remember watching them. Like look at her. She's an agent. She's not. She's just like a task force. Like these guys. Come on. These aren't cops. These aren't sheriff. These guys are.
So those are members, not agents, and she's an agent.
It just says she's the police response team. So she might be the person they're talking about. I doubt these guys aren't FBI agents. I feel like there's many FBI agents running around in the beginning.
Yeah, and I know they were traveling in pairs back then too, because they would have Pima County and FBI.
It was
going in
that
pairs.
short lady that we've seen on the Tommaso video was walking around with her partner.
Yes,
and
the
JLR
short
and 857.
woman.
Yeah, they followed her. They followed them around. They were going door to door. They were following
Wait, have
them
you
around.
seen that video with Tommaso coming out of the house with his pockets stuffed?
Oh yeah. You seen that, Max?
Oh yeah. Very
Yeah, he was loaded.
What do you think was in his pockets?
Stacks of cash that they used to go to Italy with, and that's where they're at right now.
Yep.
I would agree. I would guess we were. It's just we're questioning. We're not saying
In
we're
my
just not.
opinion.
We're allegedly. Yeah, in his opinion, allegedly, I would guess it was be cash also, especially the left pocket.
Yes. Big, you know, like where do they come in? $2,000 stacks or something?
Who knows? There's a big wad of money. Depends what
It
denominations
was
were.
something.
They
did
took
not want seen.
They took that money and they were storing like some Italian palazzo type villa, like Under the Tuscan Sun, that movie.
yeah. But the right pocket is the one that was on the left. His right pocket was stuffed with A
It
lot,
was
something big and square, a rectangle shaped.
at least four stacks, I would say.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what were we going to do? Oh, we could watch that Brian Endon video, not the one we were looking for. We could stay on topic, and he just did a current one the other day, and we broke it down on 857s last night.
Oh yeah,
This
he
one
did
where
do a current one.
But the only problem is he's interviewing this guy in a
In like a plane.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
What?
Did you see it, Max? Yeah, and it looks like
No.
they're flying,
It's
but
this
he's
one
not
here.
even
I'll
like
show you.
flying. He's not
They're
paying
on the
attention to
runway.
anything. Oh, they are on the
There's noise.
tarmac? Okay.
Yeah, they're on the tarmac because you see the
Hey guys,
vehicles.
thanks so much for
Sorry, he's at the airport, but for some reason they do it in the cockpit of an airplane, and they're not. The plane's not running, but there's ventilation, like there's blowers, fans on, and it's a little annoying, but we can get. It's interesting if you want
Thank
to
you,
watch any of that.
TC, new member.
And-
Thank you.
Sorry to interrupt, but also the first half of this is about. Actually, this is the whole one about Elizabeth Smart's father, Ed Smart. You remember Elizabeth Smart?
I don't.
She was abducted for 9 months and held captive as a young
Oh my
teen,
God.
and then she was released, and now she's an ambassador and speaks.
Oh yeah, she's great. She's into fitness now. She
Mhm.
goes around and she speaks about, and she still has hope that Nancy's out there from her last interview that she's done. I mean, I have to send you this latest documentary on it, Max. It's insane. Like the way that they held her hostage, and she was out in the public so many times, and they never were able to confirm that was her. And then
Oh my God.
it's honestly crazy. They put her in like this white overcoat where like a mask almost like came over her. She was in like this white suit. It was a husband and wife that took her. They lived in the woods, not far from her house either. That's why they always say you're never far from home.
Mhm.
And they conditioned her and kind of brainwashed her, and she had like a bit of the Stockholm, I guess, where she felt
okay.
for the captors and kind of went out in public and with them and stuff and came back. And
She spoke
Cool.
differently. Like it was like she used to say like, yes, father, and like things like that, right? Should be like, it was very like she changed the way she like addressed everyone. She just said,
Yeah.
yes, sir. And he would essay her all the time. And
Oh
the
my
wife was
God.
like, it was sick.
yeah. But this is her father, but it's 32 minutes. I don't know if you got to watch it. He's talking about the Nancy Guthrie investigation and that big mistake. So Ed Smart is her father, who's probably like an advocate for this stuff too. So I don't know if you wanted to watch that.
Yeah, let's put it on. I'm curious because I only saw the clippings of this.
Okay, here it is. We'll have to interject every now and then. So maybe every time I hear him say something interesting, I'll jump in and you guys can then comment. Is Dawn back? Or did
Oh,
she,
I was just going to say Dom C's back. Hi, Dom.
or did you just put her? Oh, she is. She's
Oh,
moving.
she is.
Hi, what's up?
Shibby, hi.
Hey, see when I do this, I'm sharing it on a whole other screen, so I'm not really looking at the StreamYard. So when I saw her, that's welcome back, Dom. Pleasure to see you.
Hi.
Hi.
Can I
wanted
just
to
ask?
interject about Elizabeth Smart? The
Mhm.
guy who took her was a handyman that the father felt bad for and gave him a job. So he
Oh
knew
my
the
God.
house.
Oh,
And he saw Elizabeth and then kidnapped her. It was like a cult thing. And they had her in a burqa, face covered. And that
Wow.
poor kid was so traumatized that even out in public, as a matter of fact, when they finally arrested the man and his wife, Elizabeth wouldn't say who she was.
Ooh, we're losing Dom.
Yeah, I think we
Lost
are.
Dom again.
The police are here.
They cut her signal.
Right.
Yeah. What was I gonna say now? Shoot.
She was right about
Oh,
Elizabeth.
I was gonna ask her. She's if the guy still continued to work there afterwards. Imagine he had the daughter.
I don't
went back and
believe he
worked for the
did.
guys?
Oh, Marianne's here. Hey, girl. We missed
Hi,
you.
Marianne.
So how about I'll play. We can play this and or you guys do whatever you want. Talk and
Yeah,
just
no,
stay
let's
out
do
your
that.
chat.
I think you did it in 1 point something speed, right?
I
Where you
can.
kind
I'll
of
put one. I'll put 1.25. But also, if I see Dom come back, I'll pause and we can talk to her.
Okay, perfect.
Phoebe, can I ask you a question right quick?
Yes. Yeah. Go
How are
crazy.
you sharing that screen? Is
I'm
it
just gonna
present?
backstage below, Yeah, you got to present and then choose share screen. Now be careful when you're doing this because anything you show on, I have it set to anything I show. So I mean, technically, my desktop is here too. Like so if you put
Gotcha.
if you have anything you don't want to be
I'm going
shown,
to do it tonight. I was just
don't do it this
not
way.
tonight. I was just wanting to know how to make sure. I appreciate that.
Because when you choose to share screen, you can choose to just share the browser tab. But then if you end it, you have to kind of do it again and all this. So I just share the whole thing.
Right.
Whatever I put on this screen, you guys will see. If I put
Oh, Dom C's
photos,
back.
hey
Gotcha.
Dom,
Hey,
Hey.
Did you
So-
want to add something about Elizabeth Smart, Dom C?
oh, what I was saying is that she was so traumatized that even when the police came to arrest the guy and the woman, that she wouldn't identify herself because she was so scared and she was so traumatized that it took them a while to get her identity from her. And for her to turn it around and become such a productive adult, I
Mhm.
mean, this young woman has my utmost respect.
Mhm.
But it was a
Mhm.
handyman. And we can't rule that out in the Nancy Guthrie case either.
no.
So
Also with the handyman type, I always
Remembered.
pictured somebody working there, maybe leaving a window unlatched and maybe telling someone or coming back themselves, knowing they left something so they can easily get back into her home. Possibly, I've always thought that.
Right. Her sister remembered the guy
it's a
after like
possibility.
2 weeks, something like that.
Mm.
And they had only taken her. Do you remember Dom C? It wasn't very far away, right? A couple of miles up behind her house, way up into the woods.
Right.
Oh, and that guy was so creepy.
So there
Did
wasn't
you
a home; it
see
was like a
him? He
makeshift
was
camp.
scary looking.
He was for real.
So I don't know. So Dom knows this is Brian Enton's going to interview Ed Smart, her father, and he's going to talk about the Nancy Guthrie case. That's what we were about to watch. So,
Yeah, I saw this last night.
mhm. So I'll hit play, and anytime I hear something, I'll try to jump in every minute or so we don't get, because this is different than the news. This is Brian
Perfect.
Enton, so I will pause so we don't get the copyright.
Checking out my show. Really appreciate everybody for watching. I appreciate everybody who has subscribed. I'm in the airport. I'm on my way to my next story here in a little bit. But I wanted to share an interview that I did with you. This has to do with the Nancy Guthrie case. Kind of crazy that it's now been more than 170 days since Nancy went missing in Tucson, Arizona. And as I've covered the case, obviously I think a lot about Nancy's family, what they're going through, what it's like behind the scenes, what their relationship must be like with law enforcement, the frustration that may exist. And there's really only a handful of people who may understand what that is like, and who have been through something like that with a case that's gotten this much media attention. And one of those people, I believe, is Ed Smart. And Ed Smart is Elizabeth Smart's.
So I'll pause here to remind you it's 1.25x, and it's been a minute. So if you guys, anyone wants to interject so far, we probably should.
Remember when, and this is just a thought that I remember when they originally were blaming the father because they thought he was like really sketchy.
Like her father?
Yeah, do you guys remember that?
Wow.
I know some people were thinking that.
Yeah, they thought he was very sketchy. Of course,
Yeah.
it's where we go to in every case, right?
Yeah.
John Benet Ramsey, Nancy Guthrie. I mean, that's where you go until the person eliminates themselves, I guess. But,
Or she
Yeah.
comes walking out of the woods like she did
Right.
moments later. Imagine their surprise, eh?
it's crazy.
Like, wow. Anyone else?
And there was two of them. It was not just the guy. It was his wife. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was him and his wife, and they kept her captive inside the woods. But the thing is, like I said, they took her out. I know she went to a party before where she had like what is that, a hijab, I think it's called, where they covered her face with it.
Right.
And I believe she came into contact with cops prior to them figuring out who she was when she said her name. But so there was other previous times where she did come in contact with law enforcement, and it never, she had to lie, whoever she was.
Right.
It was sick.
It was sick.
So
And so wait, these are the actual parents right here?
Yeah, this is her. Yeah, these aren't the bad
Yeah.
people. Yeah, that's her dad and her mom.
Yeah.
After she probably right around, like she was probably how old, 14 or so, looks to be.
Mm-hmm.
And her sister was in the bedroom when she got taken too.
Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah, they went right through the window, took her. So like this person obviously knew the house. They knew she lived there. It was really bad.
Oh, the same bedroom?
Yeah, the
As a-
same bedroom.
What?
Yep, in the same bedroom. They had their bed set, and like after she ran to her parents' room to let her know, I think she might have been scared and didn't go right away. I forgot what they said.
Wow.
Huh. Crazy.
All right, so I'll play a bit more here.
Dad, you probably know the name Elizabeth Smart. She was in the national spotlight in 2002. She was 14 years old when she was abducted from her house in Salt Lake City. Just an awful, awful case. She was held captive for 9 months, and she was eventually rescued, and there was a happy ending there. But it was a roller coaster ride, and Ed Smart has a couple of really interesting thoughts about the Nancy Guthrie case. First of all, he does not believe police are being forthcoming enough with the public when it comes to the investigation. And he is going to explain, he relates to that on a personal level, because he says that they had the same issue when his case was happening with Elizabeth, and Elizabeth was missing for 9 months. And he's going to explain, I guess you could call it the roller coaster ride that he went through with law enforcement, even himself being considered a suspect at one point. He feels his family member being considered a suspect. It was just interesting to hear him now reflect on all of that. In connection with how he feels about the Nancy Guthrie case and what the Guthries and what Savannah Guthrie must be going through right now. So I want to share my full conversation with you guys that I had with Ed Smart. Ed, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you taking the time and thank you very much. I wanted to start off asking, I've been covering the Nancy Guthrie case really since the beginning. I was in Tucson for almost 2 months. And I don't know Savannah Guthrie. I mean, I've been a fan of hers for a long time. Obviously, she's the anchor of the Today Show, but you have an interesting perspective because, you've kind of been in that position before where you've been waiting months for some kind of answer about someone that you love who went missing. Both stories were, the guy in a big one. There's only really a handful of stories like that, I think, that got that level of attention. What is it like? What do you think she's going through right now?
Well,
I'll pause it because I see Dom C moving. Were we waiting for her to come back for something? I think we were. No? Oh, she's frozen again.
She's frozen.
Oh, I was chatting. Yeah, no, she's here. I think she's listening in.
Okay. Let me know if you guys wanted to talk. If you guys hear anything, jump in and I will pause. But I will obviously stop when I hear them say something because we do need to stop every now and then. But
Perfect.
Right.
Being that she was so aware of this second letter, obviously she knew what it was. I think that this is kind of a last reach out to try to engage whoever the captor was to, please let us know where the body is. And, certainly during the time that Elizabeth was gone, we were on this emotional roller coaster, which I'm sure she has been. I have just been amazed at how well she has handled everything. Also felt badly that law enforcement weren't more forthcoming. You can never control the narrative that happens with law enforcement, the FBI, the police, the sheriff's department, whoever your law enforcement is. And, you would think that they were basically doing everything in the best interest and they have their protocols or their procedures to follow. But I think to not have been more forthcoming to the public was a mistake. I think that you, as a parent, or in her case, as a child, you want to bring everything possible to bear on getting the answers that you want. And it's not a matter of whether she's alive or dead. It's a matter of, please just let us know. And so I'm hoping that Savannah, it sounds like at that time they believed that, her mother may have passed, and which I totally understand. And now just wanting to, find her body and get her home to the place that you want her to be settled. I totally understand that. But the ups and downs are this emotional roller coaster that, it's just like it's out of control. You get to a point where you just kind of protect your emotions because it is so up and down and all over the place that it's exhausting. It's an emotional wreck. And so the not knowing is the worst part. I headed up a group called the Surviving Parents Coalition. And in that group, we had parents who, a few of us were fortunate to have our child come home. Many of them did not know. They're still in this state of not knowing, which is where Savannah and her family currently are. And then there are those that absolutely know that their child or their parent is deceased. And
So I figured I'd pause. You guys hear anything you want to interject on?
I was just
No,
looking.
I just go ahead. Yeah, you go, Wayne.
Yeah, I was looking at the garage when they were doing the drone over top, and it looked like the detectives were packing up and getting ready to go. You can see Nancy's car sitting there. Her car
Yeah,
hadn't. Her car hadn't been moved at that time, right?
I don't think so. That's in the next video. They show parts of that.
If her car were sitting right there where it's at in this video, then there's no way that Tommaso pulled his car into that garage to let her in.
Oh, he didn't. He didn't. I don't think he said he did.
No, I've there's a lot of speculation and theories and stuff out there. People say, well, maybe he pulled into the garage and let her out, and then he backed out, and then the garage door closed, which would help explain why it only took 2 minutes.
But also, he says it. He says it in more ways because the door opens and he watches her go in. He sees her in her home, like she opens the door and goes in. So technically, he sees her go in and shut the door, and then the garage closes and he leaves.
Right.
That's what it sounded like.
But how did she move that quick? That's the part where I'm just like very confused about.
What do you mean move quick?
Say the family saw her in the house, but he didn't say like watched her. I didn't hear that particular word, watch.
Technically, if you go in that garage, you're in the home. No, like, or as soon as she steps back in the doorway of that inside the garage,
and then
he probably watched her go in and close the door. So that's in the home.
One thing that I was just going to say is, again, it is just surprising the lack of security devices that they had. Like, you would think that they might have some sort of device that lets you know when the garage door, like say there's a door getting into the house, that opens, just so you would know if someone was trying to come in that way. Or like a ringtone throughout the house. I don't know if everyone knows what I'm talking about, but just more kind of yes, especially so Nancy would know if someone's coming in the back door, coming in the front door, just something to announce that they're there. I mean, at my grandparents' house, they have that, and it's almost just so they'll know when we're coming in the house. And I mean, God forbid if an intruder were to come, but I just think it's, it's unfortunate. But we can continue. Yeah,
Max. And it's like somebody had to know. It's like we were talking about. Somebody had to know she was going to be there by herself. They had to. How can it be random in a neighborhood like that?
Yeah.
Somebody had to know.
It definitely wasn't random. That had to be planned.
And they had to know
she is from a highway and
inspired description. There's you're not going to go in that house with all those cameras going and everything, not knowing that they're not active. I mean, would you think that somebody would do that?
Yeah.
Has anyone heard this comment? Someone on live mentioned Nancy Guthrie had a nurse taking care of her and questioned if someone like that has Nancy.
I've never heard that. I've heard of me.
Well, that was in Daphne's cold case file yesterday. Saw there was a thing about a person who was a healthcare worker. They didn't say it was at Nancy's, but they said it could have been like somebody living in the casita there to help with her as one of those live-in nurse type things, but it's not like a proven or fact. It was just a suggestion somebody was making.
Right.
Like so that's someone who would potentially have her medication or know what she would need.
Yes, but there's something that happened to it too, though. I forget what it was. Like they think it was a scam artist, and they had the person's name. It was a Facebook post, and I forget what the correlation was.
The pacemaker lady, right?
Maybe, I forget.
Yeah, and she was trying to get Nancy to go in and purchase a stake in the company that had the pacemakers. And Nancy,
is this fact? Do we know this for fact, or is this?
And then that caused some friction. and that's when the lady was asked to leave, I believe.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and that's
Is this a fact or is this like a rumor? I don't even know.
Alex has a lot on that. It's ab
Oh, okay.
to that effect, allegedly,
Hmm. Wow.
in my opinion.
Yes, we're probably safer saying that.
Mhm.
But if it's Alex is a good source, Alex is a good source.
He is on that with that lady living there and that being the case. But this happened a while before the abduction actually happened.
That sounds eerily familiar, Michelle, to something that happened around here in Connecticut where she was involved. The woman was involved in a pyramid scheme of some sort, and they think that's part of the reason why she might have gotten killed, because she upset some people with what she was saying about it and everything. And
She
so
got murdered on her front lawn in the middle of the morning, and they still haven't found out who did this to her.
Mhm.
Literally, it was the first thing in the morning. She lives in a very, very rich neighborhood. They still never found out who did this to her.
Mhm.
Hi, Shakardi. Thank you for being here. But yeah, it was, they still don't know who did it. Again, middle of the day, daylight, murdered her right in front of her front lawn outside, not even inside the house.
Yeah, and there was a lot of things mishandled there. They were not prepared to handle the case, which seems similar here, which is really unfortunate. But I mean, again, here it just seems like there's some other people, like we're all bringing up, who need to be looked at, who maybe they're not actually interviewing and taking a look at and investigating them for alibis and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So Me Monday in my chat says that Nancy had a dog until Thanksgiving. Always wondered if the dog was still alive. Would that have helped? Like,
Oh,
would
wow.
the dog have prevented by alerting maybe or?
Right.
I feel like the barking would have happened, but
Mhm.
honestly, like that makes me nervous. Like, God forbid, they did something to the dog, and I don't know.
Well, they could have been waiting until they knew the dog was gone to, I don't know, until Thanksgiving. I don't understand, where did the dog go?
Someone just asked where Fritz is. Fritz is passed out next to
Aw.
me.
I think Nancy had to have her dog put down, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
Dom C just said many channels, so the dog died of cancer.
Yeah.
I love Tom C typing in the chat.
Yeah.
I hear it too. I could hear someone typing
Yeah,
it
you
out.
get to have it,
Oh,
because there's so many
Yeah.
people. I don't want to just jump in. So it's
Oh,
like, no, you
no.
know what? I'll get my point across on the chat like I always do.
Interrupt. Come on in.
But it only shows up in your chat.
I try not to
But when
be
you talk,
rude.
all of
Oh,
our
yeah, Tina.
channels here.
Yeah, the typing. Yeah, Tina, we were just chatting about that earlier in the night, about the woman that was about 30 miles away. We went through his description. He still has not been found. They're looking for camera footage, but we were chatting about to say if it has anything to do with Nancy, but we were chatting about this, and we're hoping that this also gets more publicity and more people to lock their doors and be more aware.
Mhm.
This is a
Olivia
lie.
B
They
in my
just
chat
asked this
says,
last night.
Olivia B says in my chat that the dog died of cancer and his name was Jax, Jaxx.
Aw, that's similar to my name.
I thought like it was someone writing your name, Max,
wait,
and they just put the
Wait, we need clarification, Olivia. Was the dog's name Jax, or were you trying to
say Max.
Because if your dog's name was Jax,
Nancy like Sons of Anarchy.
Oh my God, I loved that show. Do not even get me started. Jax Teller.
Yeah. Oh, you kind of look like
Tara.
Tara, yeah.
Oh, I'll take it.
oh, she did mean Max.
You absolutely look like Tara now that I think about that.
I loved that show. I was obsessed. I might have to rewatch that now.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, Olivia did mean Max. That's hilarious.
I'm so sorry.
So don't
the
you
dog
guys.
Oh, I see it now. I'm glad you saw that.
Mhm.
So,
Nancy's
That
dog.
would have been hilarious.
Hmm?
I think the big difference between the Elizabeth Smart case and the Nancy Guthrie case is that in Utah, they had search parties everywhere. They had ATVs.
Hmm.
And I think
Good
they
point.
almost got close to the location where he was holding her, but the whole
Yes.
town came out. The father, even though he was a suspect, he was in front of those news cameras. He was pleading for his daughter. So you've got Tucson, who 80% of the people don't even know who Nancy Guthrie is, or that the case is going on, or that she hasn't been found yet. You've got that town in Utah where the whole community came out searching for her, and publicity, and it was on every news network, and all the commentators were talking about it. Nancy's case is being buried, and I don't know why, and I'm frustrated.
Buried.
Same.
Buried. And not only buried, but also actively railing against people to stop them from searching. It's
just the opposite of what should be happening.
And, you know, the obvious there is this is someone who's a celebrity who has celebrity friends who have the ability to talk about it and to share that their friend's mom is missing, and they're not. None of those people had a connection to Elizabeth Smart. Not that they shouldn't have been continuously talking about it, but why are they being silent when their friend's mom is missing?
Yeah, and also what's crazy about Elizabeth Smart too is like how Dom C said they were close. She says in her latest documentary that she actually heard them calling for her, and like tears were just like coming down her face because she couldn't do anything. Like he told her to just like shut up and not say anything, but she heard the searchers looking for her and calling her name. That's how close they were.
That's terrible. That's
Terrible.
So she probably think of that.
Yeah, imagine she saw like news stories if she went to the store too, or like a mall. She might have saw it on the TVs or something.
Yeah, so also to keep everyone the update, I know I've been chatting
Think
with
about if Nancy was alive and being held, what she must think about her family.
Yeah.
Right. She'd be disappointed they're giving up, kind of. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And so I had a call this morning with someone who is a producer and works in PR, who I've had like a really long standing relationship with. He's actually working with NBC right now, producing a potential show. And he is going to be coming on, I think, next week. He just has to go through NBC to make sure that what we chat about is approved. But I wanted to ask him just some questions on that back end to share with everyone on the PR standpoint, producer standpoint, why in their eyes and what they see behind the stage of why things aren't being released on Savannah's side, because we know she's in the public, but I just have to tread lightly with how I approach this. So everything that he says, he has to just get pre-approved, because again, that's in the same family as what Savannah was on. So we'll see, but I do think it could be some interesting intel. And from chatting with him this morning, I was like, this would be great for other people to hear. So I do think that's going to be awesome. As of right now, we're shooting for Monday.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
So it would be nice to see like the behind the scenes action.
Well, I got to get to work, but I'll keep my stream going.
Yeah.
And Michelle, I'm going to email you my work schedule so you know when we can do this again, and I can stay on a longer period of time. I really appreciate you inviting me. Thank you, Matt. Good to see you. We investigate. As always, love seeing you.
We love you, Dom C.
We love you, Dom C. Thank you for being here.
Bye.
Great night.
And I love you, chat too. Thank you so much for the support. I can't even tell you how grateful I am. Thank you guys so much.
We love you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good night at work.
Bye. Be safe.
Well, that would have been a good way to freeze at the end with their thumb up like that.
Yeah. I have the
kept it there for
hitchhiker's
hours.
thumb. Look.
I did an AI thumbnail the other day. My finger, I was pointing at something, and my finger was like a foot long. It was weird.
Oh.
Going on with your
I cannot get hands correct. It always gives Michelle huge man hands.
Yes, it makes me look crazy.
I thought I saw a red thumb.
Oh, it's a
No.
pink tip.
Oh, okay.
Here, I'll
Be
play that
careful
for
with
you.
anything NBC related. No, I agree. Yeah, that's why we're just being cautious with how we approach this. But I think it'll be. I feel like it's important for us to hear this side of it. We haven't heard it yet from anyone behind the scenes, management, producers, things like that. And it's not her specific management team or her producer, but it's someone who works with other celebrities who's in that same vicinity.
I got you.
But yeah.
That'd be awesome.
So we should watch a bit more here.
Yeah,
we'll
I'm just going to grab a water, but keep going.
Such a
Same.
wide range of emotions.
You know what? Good point. If you guys have to take a break, we'll play this for a couple minutes. I'm going to run and make a coffee. I'll at least get my kettle boiled again because I was supposed to be out. I didn't plan this, so I jumped on and, but this is fun. This is good. I'm enjoying myself. I'm just going to go make a coffee. So you guys will have a couple minutes.
Okay. I'll be here on camera.
That goes with that, but it's hard to watch the struggle. I think that whether your child's returned to you or whether you know that they're dead, that's a certainty. And the not knowing, which even in the fact, well, there's no fact about it, but in the situation where they believe that she may be deceased, the not knowing and the total confirmation that that is the case is something that I feel is really important to any family. And I believe that's where Savannah and her family are at the moment. So, I totally feel that it's kind of like a wound. Depending on how big that wound is, and losing a child or a parent is huge. I mean, they're such a big, important part of your life. And when they're missing, it's like you've been wounded, and this wound just stays there and kind of bleeds and bleeds and bleeds. And how do you close that wound up? How do you bring a closing to it? I watched, several parents in my group that still didn't have the answers that they wanted. And our effort was to try to protect children and to put forward legislation that would protect and help change the dynamic that's currently happening. The Amber Alert, the Silver Alert that's been out there, bringing to bear, there are CART teams, which stands for Child Abduction Response Team, that came about following Elizabeth's return. And they certainly have a number of protocols that they follow, because it's really a matter of the process of elimination, getting to finding your family member. So being able to draw on all of the information out there and the help that is available, I think keeping the public engaged is hugely important. And I think I think that there might have been answers sooner if they had been more public with the fact that they believed that she was deceased instead of.
That was a good point. So I think I'll pause it there. I'm back. But he's talking about what did you just say there? It was a good point. It was about putting up more information.
Oh yeah, keeping it in the public eye.
Yeah, that's it. Like I would say at this point, if I were running things every Friday, I would release a morsel,
not even every Friday. If I was the family, I would be getting naked running down the freeway with a sign saying, "Where is the mom?"
Is he talking about the family or the sheriff? I kind of missed it.
Either one.
I think he was talking about actual evidence pieces too. But yeah, for that, for sure, every day, all day.
Mm-hmm.
But nanos and the type, depending on how much evidence they have. Mm-hmm. Obviously, like we were talking about in the beginning, Wayne was saying you need to keep things close to the vest to be able to confirm people's alibis or confessions or whatever. But there's got to be something they could tell us. So,
I mean, I think it's one of those things where it's such a guessing game, but I didn't think of this until now. Like, I wonder if maybe they're sitting on something that they're nervous if they release it, then, all the cards will fold and something might get destroyed that they're trying to obtain. But what's hard about that?
Somebody would get alerted. Somebody might get alerted.
But I mean, 6 months later, I don't know about that. That's the only.
Yeah, I think it's worth the risk. Yeah.
Uh-huh. But I mean, 6 months later, I'm saying, why would you sit on something for 6 months? That's a real long time to try and find something. I don't know, but. Yeah.
They're keeping things very close to home with this case, and it just doesn't make sense to me. There's a lot of things that just aren't adding up. and it's will it ever make sense? Like, are we going to be doing this 10 years from now and having these same conversations, or do you guys feel we'll actually get an outcome for Nancy? Like, what do you, I know you guys, for the sake of the family, like everyone wants there to be, her to be returned home. But at the end of the day, it's like, do they even want this? Like, they're not acting in the way that they want closure. They seem as if they feel they're fine with her being gone. But don't you want her remains? I always say that. Don't you want to bring pieces of her back?
Yeah. I mean, you would think, but I don't think we can know really like what's going on. And that's why there's just so much speculation about why they'd stay quiet. But I know that's what we would want, but maybe they're like, if we stay quiet for this amount of time. But what my worry is, are they being instructed, stay quiet for a week and then we'll have an answer for you? Oh, sorry, it's going to be another week. Stay quiet, Savannah. Don't say anything. Stay quiet. And they just keep saying it over and over and over to just be quiet until, they're hoping that it just loses all traction. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Sounds good. So I'll hit play again. Michelle,
Yeah.
I just texted you something. If you wanted to check on that, let me know.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Allowing it to go on for this long. And, it's always hard to try and second guess what another person is going through. You may have almost identical situations, but everyone handles things differently. So I would hate to be critical there. But as far as law enforcement goes, they're always concerned about releasing information that, for example, in our situation, Richard Reese was the main suspect, and they put a lot of work into trying to track him down, what he'd been doing, what his cohorts might be up to. And they basically said to us, if you go out with this information right now, you're going to destroy all the work that we've been doing. And I can appreciate that. But in our situation where, Mary Catherine came forward and said, I think it's so-and-so. And, for her to be able to come forward with that was huge. And we'd been hoping and waiting for that day. In Nancy's situation, where these letters came forward and the family was made aware, I just feel like it was a mistake not to be straight out. I, heard so many conspiracy theorists and people saying, oh, well, they're probably just doing this for attention. And I'm sitting there, for anyone who hasn't gone through this experience, no, there's no way you would ever choose to go through this. You just have the wrong idea and don't know the pain that one goes through when you've lost a family member. So I feel that, moving forward, I'm glad that they finally have come forward the way they have. And I hope that they can, have somebody come forward. Of course, at this point, if her body has been buried in the desert, decomposition, whether, animals, there are so many possibilities. The sooner the information could have come out, the sooner people could have been looking for her. And so I feel like it's a hard call. It's really a problem. But I think that law enforcement need to be more open with the public sooner, rather than thinking that they can hold things back. Because the more I've found that the public, I mean, sure, you get a lot of people that, whether they're psychics or whatever, will come forward with ideas, and people have different ideas. But for the most part, I believe that, people want to help. In Elizabeth's case, I felt overwhelmed. It gave me the greatest hope to see people wanting to help and being out there searching. We had so many people that
people want to help and they're not allowing it.
Cause.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's in it. He's literally pointing out the fact that so many people wanted to help find Elizabeth, and the awareness that they kept pushing for, I felt like really helped that police, the guy that ended up finding Elizabeth that day on the side of the road. He was able to visually kind of know it was Elizabeth, or know there was issues there. The fact that they're hiding all the Nancy, they want you talking about it. It's preventing, I feel like, more people to be aware. I don't understand. This man is telling you, let people look, basically.
Exactly.
People don't want to get arrested for trying to do it.
But that's what I'm saying. Why are they arresting people for searching?
Yeah.
It makes me mad. It really makes me mad.
Saw the videos last night where the gym people allegedly were running people off there. Get off of my property. And I mean, cussing them really, really bad and stuff.
That was that the gem people or no? I don't know if that was the gem people.
Was it not?
Was it? I did.
I
That's
thought
in
should be-
Daphne's video.
Yeah, in Daphne's video.
There was a
Yep,
whole
yep.
family. It looked like they were looking at an empty lot where they were planning to build a home or something, and they were just yelling at people on the street.
Just screaming at it. Yeah, and telling them, cussing them out. Get off. What is wrong with you? And all this stuff, man. It was like, my God, they're out here looking for your 84-year-old neighbor, for God's
And
sake.
didn't Sleuth almost get ran over the other day?
Yeah.
Yes, it's in Daphne's. We can watch if you want to do that afterwards. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I
She has it
want you to
broken
see
down.
that, Max. I was telling you about that. It was crazy.
In the beginning, Alex
Yeah.
almost gets run over at the very beginning. Then Sleuth almost gets hit, and then that lady gets out and starts yelling at JLR and two girls walking down the street.
Yeah.
And then that family of people come walking out, and I think it's a person walking by that starts yelling at them too. The
Right.
people in the area were yelling at these
Something
people.
wrong with some of the neighbors in that neighborhood, man. There's something wrong with them.
And it wasn't just yelling. They were like, this woman gets out of her car and walks 30 feet towards them and very confrontational, very I mean,
Chewbacca?
I would think she's, yeah. Oh yeah, Chewbacca. Yeah. Alex was doing his Chewbacca voice all night long.
Also, Shibby Designs Laura asked if you can, Shibby, can you also show when Ellie rolled up on Sleuth? Because, yeah, didn't they show up and say, they saw on the live that he almost got ran over?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he didn't want to complain about that, but he was just
Yeah.
no, what do you want? Kind of leave me
He pretty
alone.
much
Take off.
told them he told them to kick rocks. Sleuth did.
Yeah.
I don't need
He
anything.
wasn't worried about it. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Get lost. Yeah.
So
Kick rocks is the way to say it. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need your help, honey.
Kick rocks.
Yeah. Thanks, but no thanks, Pima County.
Yeah. It's like they're just using that as an excuse to come and violate people's rights anyways. They don't care about sleuths getting almost run over.
Yeah. Tell them they're okay 1 minute and come back and arrest them 5 minutes later.
Yeah, that was to Damien. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, you're not doing nothing wrong. Stay there for 2 more hours and we'll be back to arrest you.
We'll offer
I'll
you
give you a
cold
citation.
waters. What do you guys need?
Yeah.
Do you need anything?
Yeah.
Oh no, we'll be back in 5 and we'll give you a misdemeanor. It's fine.
All right.
That was weird. Alrighty.
It was huge. And I think that Savannah has seen the outpouring of love and the wanting to care. What can we do?
Now, what I forgot to do is my kettle was boiling. I have the coffee, instant coffee, ready to be poured. I'll be right back. So,
Oh yeah,
just
go
play this.
enjoy. We'll watch
2 minutes.
this.
No, I'll be right back.
Late night coffee.
Find Nancy is something that, of course, is very important. And I think the more open we can be on these cases, the better chance that answers are going to happen, that people will be looking for the right thing, and possibly, those answers will come home to the family.
So you're saying they should have been more forthcoming about the letter saying she died, and then people would have not been thinking she was like held up in some basement. Some would be looking.
Yes,
thinking that's a possibility.
They've said, she's returned to nature, and I'm sitting there, well, whatever that might mean, which there's a huge range, but at least people could be possibly looking for something or being aware. I mean, until you express the possibility, and I know that there was always the expression that it's possible that she would be dead, but I think that on the other hand, without the closer you can dial everything in, not that you should just have tunnel vision, but that you have an idea of what to be looking for, the greater it is that the public will, may possibly have seen something and could come forward.
Did you ever disagree with decisions the police were making? I mean, you brought up a kind of an example.
All of the time.
And have to say, no, like, we're going to do it our way.
Absolutely. That happened a lot during our case.
And how do you balance that with, because I've wondered with Savannah, and I mean, she's a lawyer. She's obviously a very smart woman. She must have the same concerns that we've all talked about with the sheriff and with, just blatant issues that everybody has seen. But it seems like she's been careful not to really talk about those. With your situation, like, how do you balance that with, you want to make sure they're still working hard for you and that you are on the same team, but if you're not happy with something they're doing?
It is definitely a balancing act. I mean, even the morning of the day that Elizabeth was found, My brother had said off the record that the Salt Lake Police Department were trying to cover their rear end, and I just thought, as much as that might be true, it's not going to do us any good to go out and say that. It's just going to make them feel like we don't care or we don't want.
And we're back. Anyone want to interject?
No, I'm just listening. Anyone else?
Right, but I think we need to kind of pause every now and then for the copyright
Yeah,
stuff.
check in.
I'm good. I'm making tea. Should be inspired me.
What kind are you making?
Earl Grey.
No, I'm gonna do a chamomile. No caffeine for me this late.
Oh, okay. I just ran and put my lawnmower away too. I forgot to put that away.
Oh.
That was fast.
That's fast.
You sound like you could get through Nancy's house in 2 minutes, Shibby, at that
Yeah,
speed.
I'd be there. If she were my neighbor, I would have tons of video showing to help. So
Got lots of
when you're
cameras. Right?
kidnapped, you want me as a neighbor. Yeah. I would have the license plate numbers and everything.
Sarah wants to know if you're having pancakes and eggs for dinner, Shibby.
No, no. I've been on that French toast kick. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I was telling everyone in the chat last night that you bake your French toast and then that you make a meatloaf.
Meatloaf?
Yeah.
I don't, but my mom gave me a bunch of recipes. I'm sure I could make one up. She had good stuff.
Someone goes,
Chili,
wow,
beef
he's a
stew.
chef.
Yep.
What kind of bread do you use for the French toast?
Anything I got, preferably something fresh and soft. Somebody emailed me today and said I should use some Jewish halal bread or something.
Oh, yeah.
That gets lit.
Challah bread or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what somebody
do
said.
that at the
But I think
diner,
anything would be
Michelle got
fine
there
for
and
me.
did.
Yeah, any good bread, as long as it's not like cheap Wonder Bread or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
Max
regular white.
uses Wonder Bread.
No, I don't. We do have
Again-
bread in the house. We just got sourdough bread today on my
Yeah,
life. with
fresh,
Michelle.
nice, fresh sliced bread. I mean, if you have any bread and you put butter and syrup on it afterwards, it's fine.
The bread that we use, it's like cinnamon swirl. So yeah, you should try that.
Better,
Shibby.
yeah.
It's good. I'll send you a link.
That would be extra good. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Also, Melissa wants you to make poutine.
I will.
What?
Poutine, yeah. You just put basically French fries with cheese curds
Gravy
and
and cheesy.
gravy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
We
call
have it like
poutine.
we have like the knockoff version at our diners. It's literally fries with like chunky gravy and American cheese.
Oh, American cheese? Well, that's okay. But I think the cheese curds is more, the ones we use is the mozzarella type, pizza type cheese curds. The white, like the lighter colored stuff, mozzarella.
Oh yeah, fresh moods.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Making everyone
poutine.
hungry always.
Before we get off here, let's watch more.
Want their help, and people are less likely to help. So there is definitely a balancing act. But I too believe that at some point in time, you have to make decisions. For example, when Mary Catherine came forward and said, I think I know who it is, we went through, she was debriefed and talked to a couple of times. They did not accept because she said, I think, I don't know. Then they discarded it to a point. And we held that information back, not wanting to, we wanted to allow police to do all that they could, but there is only so much time that should be allowed for that. And at a point in time, you've got to say, okay, this is what's come forward. For example, when we put that picture out and said, we think Mary Catherine came forward with this and we're trying to share it with the public. That was essentially 4 months after the fact. And if I could have gone back, I would have said, okay, we've got a month to finish up whatever it is you're doing. And then we need to go public with this because this is significant. Looking back on it, it wasn't until, Elizabeth and Mitchell and Wanda Barzee basically came back to Salt Lake that, they were spotted. But that position of spotting them, if that could have happened 4 months earlier, how great would that have been? So I think that from that standpoint, getting the information out there is critical. And yes, there is a balancing act. I had tried to contact Savannah and ask her to, potentially have a private eye look at the whole situation and, try to come up with a better idea or what has not been looked at properly. We all have.
You think she should get a private eye?
Well, I don't know at this point, but I would have started at least a month in to, try to push that forward. I don't know all that Savannah has been told and her family has been told. So it's hard for me to, I'm giving my idea, my thought. And what I learned from our case and what I've seen in so many other cases is that the information is held too closely to the vest, so to speak, and that it needs to be put out there so that the public are giving the best direction they can to their efforts. If they're out looking or if they've seen something, the closer it comes to the time, for example, if that second letter came, I think it was the second week of the abduction, and if that had come out, somebody potentially might have seen her being buried if that was the case. And over time, your memory creates stories and all sorts of things. So the information, that the sooner that it can come out, the better off we are as the public trying to help bring these cases to a close.
Something else interesting, I guess, a little bit of a similarity with Elizabeth's case is, and granted, social media wasn't what it was during your case, and now that stuff just goes crazy. But there's a whole army of people that seem to think the family is involved, whether it's Savannah's sister, the brother-in-law, even though there's no evidence of that whatsoever. You experienced that a little, didn't you? Like, weren't people pointing the finger at you?
Absolutely. They not only. I felt like I was finally cleared. But my older brother, who basically put his heart and soul into helping us find Elizabeth, he the finger kept getting pointed to him, and I think that that's a natural thing. Law enforcement have to basically get in there, and they should be able to clear the family. And the sooner that's cleared, the fewer conspiracy theories come about, and the better the focus can be made on finding the family member. I mean, in our situation where Elizabeth was gone for so long and law enforcement did not clear the whole family, that clearing could have happened so quickly. I mean, my brothers or sisters were with their spouses at home in bed that night. There wasn't any chance that they had snuck out and taken her at 2 a.m. So, that could have been cleared, and that should have been over with. But it did not. It just drug on, and finally, I think it kind of dissipated into the background. But it was still problematic because, when you look at our case, there were certainly points at which, searchers dropped off because they thought, oh, well, maybe it's the Smart family. They're just,
Were you ever nervous? Like, did you ever get a feeling, oh my gosh, like I think the police are thinking it's me or my brother, and like, this, you know what I mean? Like, how are we going to prove them? I don't know. That just seems like it'd be a very uncomfortable feeling,
It is very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable, not only from the standpoint of law enforcement, but your spouse, Lois and I, at one point, law enforcement told Lois that they didn't think I was telling the truth. And, that certainly caused problems between us. And I felt like it was so important to basically clear ourselves, do whatever it took, whether it was a polygraph, whether it was going down to the police station and saying, what is it that you're thinking I'm hiding? I remember one day as I was trying to catch up with Lois, and she was taking the kids down to get a couple of dogs for us. And I said I wanted to come down and help. So I got down there, and she had this big hat on and these glasses, and I saw these tears coming down her face, and that just, broke me up inside. And I said, Lois, what is it? And she said, law enforcement think that you're not telling the truth. And
so I'll pause here. That's a good time to jump in. They do tactics like that to try, even though they don't think, they try to pit couples against each other and maybe lie to them and get them to, like, we think he's involved or we don't, and to see if they'll confess or something. So
yeah, pit them against each other, try to get them to turn on one another.
Like, put the guy in the room, interrogations basically, and bring the wife in, let him talk, and then kind of take her out, and then say they told things to her and this and that to see if he'll crack. And
I doubt they did
confess.
that in this case because,
I don't know about that, but I've seen it in many cases.
yeah.
I'm not saying, yeah, you're right. I'm not saying that's what happened. He sounds like they did think he was guilty at one time.
Yep, totally.
You talking about the Nancy case, Michelle?
Yeah, I doubt that Sheriff Nanos did that.
Oh,
Imagine. Like,
I
it's
wasn't even thinking of
laughable.
that. No, I was talking about the Elizabeth.
Yeah, no, I agree.
No.
But I'm like, imagine
Yeah.
them doing that in Nancy's case. Like, they definitely did it.
Savannah in one room and Annie in
And
the other.
Tommaso in
Yeah,
another, and
no.
they're saying Tommaso's guilt. Yeah.
No.
I mean,
That
he
makes
could have
way
they
too much
honestly
sense
broke
for them
some
to try and
news.
do that. And
Yeah.
also that's way too complicated for him to try and do, I think. He could not
Oh,
handle something
Savannah,
that
yeah.
complicated.
Yeah.
Let's just all get together and keep it in the same place.
Yeah. Yeah, right. But I mean, also they would do that and then separate them. And it's also those rooms. It's like they almost let you hear the other person talking, and they say, "Oh," because it's like, see who would crack first and take the deal, and they
Right.
will get less or get off free if they
Oh, they
crack. They let them
absolutely-
believe that, you know.
They lie straight to you. You know, your wife said, your husband said, your partner said that you did so and so. When you
And if
they
you
never did say
turn
that.
state's witness for us, we'll exonerate you. You'll get no charges and stuff. And
First one that takes the deal gets
Yeah,
the best
yeah,
deal. Mm-hmm.
and who knows?
So I finally said, I am going down there right now. I'm answering whatever questions they have, and I won't be coming home until you receive a phone call from the police and they're telling you that they don't believe that I've been involved, because I haven't. I have nothing to do with this. So that is,
I got to jump in. He sounded like he went down. He went there. So he's not waiting for them. He said to the wife, "I'm going down there to exonerate myself. If you don't hear from me, then they don't believe me." Did you hear what he just said there? So he went.
Yeah.
He marched in there and like, "Let's go. I'm sitting here until you guys exonerate me, and we can get." So that's kind of what he just said. So wow,
Right.
Good for him.
Absolutely.
that's
Good
proactive. Very proactive. Like he marched in there and listen. Let's go. Take my deed. Let's do this. Either help me or put me in jail if you think I'm guilty. Let's, you know.
I would have took my lawyer
Now
with
that
me.
is a dad.
Wow. He's pretty confident he had nothing to do with it, obviously, but still, yeah, right.
Definitely.
Without a lawyer, you could be walked. I've seen people talk themselves right in and have nothing to do with that stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Your lawyer would definitely not recommend that tactic.
Just bring your lawyer with you. But same attitude, though.
Maybe he did, but I'm not even sure if he said that. It sounded like he kind of marched down there by himself.
Right.
problematic. But in many cases, it is the family. So it's not something that you can just disregard, but it can be taken care of. The questions can be answered, and let's eliminate that possibility.
Yeah. I mean, I think I guess I would do what you would do. You hear some people say, well, like I've interviewed Mr. Ramsey, and he said, oh, well, the lawyers weren't letting me do this and that. But like, I think at the end of the day, I would just be like, I'm done. Like, just ask me whatever you want. You know, I mean, also, if your daughter's missing, it's like you're just raw anyway. Just go at it. You know?
Yes, exactly. That was certainly the way I felt.
So one thing with you, Ed, and with Elizabeth, I mean, you just seem like you have it so together. Like going through that for 9 months, even though a lot of time has passed, like that must change you. I mean, is it still raw in some way? There's got to be scars there, right? I mean,
I've referred to the new normal as something that happens because you are never the same. You can never return to where you were. I think that's exactly what my wife had hoped, was that we would return back to where we were before she was abducted. But there is never that possibility. That time has gone and passed, and this event has caused that change, and there's no way that it can go back. But there is a new normal, and I think that finding that space, I mean, we were incredibly fortunate, incredibly blessed that Elizabeth came home. And I remember one of the U.S. attorneys saying to me, Ed, I know you think you've gone through this horrible thing, but you haven't seen anything yet. And I turned to him and I said, no, you don't know. I said, I have my daughter right here. She's alive. She's well. And nothing else matters. Yes, was the trial difficult? Yes. Was it horrible to have to hear her, talk about what happened? Absolutely. But she was there and we had our answers. And for those parents out there that don't have those answers, for those parents who don't get the attention that we got, they are still left in this horrible place that you don't have answers. Will I ever get answers? And your life, in many cases, can't move on. I mean, I know that's what Savannah and her family are struggling with. I mean, finding a body is something that is conclusive and brings it to an end. So it's they're horrible. They're the most crazy times of your life. I felt incredibly blessed. I mean, I've talked to a number of parents that have had missing children, and it's been interesting in talking with them to ask them, so did you feel like they were still alive or they were deceased? And not all, but many of them did have some feeling of that.
Did you have a feeling?
I kept feeling that she was out there. There were certainly times when I just thought, God, please let this just be over with. Whether she's dead or alive, please just bring it to an end. And following that, I would have a renewed feeling that she was still out there and that we couldn't give up. I mean, my wife had said to me, she said, Ed, let's just let law enforcement do their job. And, you do your job. We have, 5 other children here. And, this kind of an event, is totally disruptive to them. Seeing their parents gone so much, not having the attention that one would normally have. So there are, so many complicated issues that enter into the picture. But I had these feelings. I had a couple of dreams where Elizabeth came walking back into our life, and I just felt overwhelmed by that, and couldn't stop looking for her.
Yeah. Is life good now?
Life is very good. I'm having come out makes things more complicated, but I have felt incredibly blessed, and life is good.
Good. Well, I'm happy to hear it, Ed. I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me. Like I said, I hate to call it a club, but there's only a handful of people, I think, that really have gone through what you've gone through under sort of the media microscope at the same time. So it's really interesting to hear your perspective on everything going on now.
Yeah, it's the club that no parent hopes they ever belong to.
I'm sure. Yeah, and I'm glad. I mean, every time I see a story with Elizabeth, it's like amazing the way she's come out of this. I mean, it's incredible.
It is extraordinary, and I respect the fact that everybody is different in how they handle things, and the same thing happens in the situation of parents. Being able to get out there in the media and ask the public for help. I mean, some people cannot do that. It's just too difficult. And I respect the fact that everyone responds differently, but hopefully we learn from these experiences. And, one of the big takeaways that I'm seeing here again is the importance of getting the information out, the correct information out as quickly as possible. And I mean, whether you're unsure of whether this letter is correct or not, but they could come out and said, we've received this letter. It said that we've, unfortunately, Nancy passed away, and she's with nature. So that to me would have given the public at least a thought to watch out for a shallow grave or whatever the possibilities are out there. I mean, the more information that could come out, I feel the better off we are as far as getting the public to help.
Well, hopefully more information will come out soon. There'll be some kind of resolution. I appreciate you, Ed. Thank you for taking the time.
You bet.
All right,
Take care.
Really, really appreciate
Oh, that's it. So
Ed for taking the time to
thank
talk
you, Mr. Brian Enton. I guess we can drop his,
with me.
we should also, if you want to copy and paste the video, or I'll put it in private chat if you ever want to share part of the fair use. I think we stopped enough, and he probably doesn't mind. And I don't know if they'll copyright us or even know we played it. The YouTube Studio will alert people once you play their videos a lot. So
that's
I would
funny.
drop their link in the chat and stuff if you ever want.
Okay.
I'll put it in private chat for you guys here. So.
Give Brian a follow.
Yeah, give him a shout out.
Needs our
he
help.
needs
Yeah,
our
yeah.
120
He needs our
people.
help. He's only got 600.
Make sure
He's
you
only
like
got
it.
618,000 subs.
That's
he needs
it.
my 3,000 and your 1,000 and Wayne.
What a scrub.
No, I'm just
Hey,
kidding.
So
Yeah,
we should put it in our chat, Shibby, is what you're saying?
I put it in private chat. If you ever want to drop that link in to this to say, come over and do this, like it, and oh, this is my alt account. See, look at, I'll subscribe with my alt account too. So I'm on my Sweet Dude. This isn't my Sweet Dude Shibby. This is my Sweet Dude Chicka Chicka. But now you got an extra subscriber.
Right.
Because I use this so I can only do it for these types of things. True crime.
He's trying to stay ahead of JLR, so every
Well, no. Also, if I had Sweet Dude Shibby here and I start typing in, you might see my history. And I watch a lot of car videos and other stuff that you probably make me look like a
let's
weirdo.
see what you got there, Shibby.
Well, oh, prime time right here. Yeah, because see how you know when you type in the search, right? Now this is the search history pops up. So sometimes if you type in a weird letter, you know, like here's my search history, right? It's all normal stuff. Nancy Guthrie, you know, people, but this case, Daphne. But this is, if you're on Sweet Dude Shibby's account, you don't want to see this history. This is, you do not want to see that.
You don't want to see his
For no
search
reason.
bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see
we did
cars and
see that.
Camaros and Corvettes. That's all it is.
Okay. You're a Chevy guy.
Yeah, that's it. So I think we're about to wrap it up, I guess, eh?
Yeah, any thoughts on that video? I think we're almost on 3 hours of live, so I think we could probably wrap this up. I think it was very educational, especially chatting with Dom C about the pacemaker and then going into the lives and bringing awareness to the other woman who had a home invasion on her on Monday at 2:40 a.m. Hopefully they end up finding that perp who did that to her as well. Hopefully, I'm laughing at the comments. Someone says like you should be. Hopefully we're able to find a little bit more about Nancy. We're all just praying. We're all just going to keep her name out there, and we're going to keep watching, listening, and asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So thank you guys to all my people. Thank you for being here. Love you all. And you guys can say your goodbyes, I guess, too, eh?
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on, Wayne. This is all. Anytime you want to join, feel free. I loved having you on. I can shoot you an email anytime that we have a live planned, and if you want to join us, you're more than welcome to.
Okay, sounds good. That'll help me get built up. I'm trying to get started, and I want to be out there, boots on the ground. I know your heels on the ground.
Yes.
I
Everybody.
don't know if any mods are around, but yeah, before we end, if you guys want to drop your links in the private chat and we can share each other's, I guess.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
It's all in, if we can, or if there's any mods around in mine.
If we can, mods would be good.
Yeah, I think mine are all sleeping because I saw all night live stream.
How? Oh, because you were on late last night. They're probably all tired.
Yeah, for sure. And there may be other things happening too. There's a lot. This is a busy time, so they could be out doing other things.
They could be, and there a lot of mods for different channels too.
Right.
I'm putting you guys all in my chat right now. Hold on one second.
Yeah, so I see Max's, so I'll get Max's and put it in mine. I'll copy and paste it.
Everyone put yours in the private chat. I don't have.
Right. I'll put mine in 1 second.
Okay.
I forgot to do that. Yeah. So I put yours in my chat, and now I will go and get mine. Copy, open. Yeah, we should probably do this. We should have this ready next time because it's good to get people to go and share the love.
Yeah. There's mine.
One moment, guys. I'm sorry.
But it's good. We can copy and paste. So everyone, if you feel like it, is that your live stream or your actual channel? Oh, that's W. I see it. It's your channel. Copy link. So there, I've got Max's in mine, and everyone, this is WEI. You'll see it in the. I just put it in mine, and cases and cold. Next time we'll do this, and we won't let on we're doing it. It'll be professional.
Yeah.
I love you, Marianne.
We love you, Marianne. You're so sweet. I'm looking for that recipe.
Dom C just commented. She made it to work safely.
Yeah, let's drop the channel too.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll drop.
Let's drop Dom C's.
Jeepers. Good thing she jumped in there.
Dom C. What is her channel? Does anyone know?
Thank
you, Shauna, whoever you sub to.
Dom C.
So I got Matt. So all I need is Dom's. I can find Dom's and I'll put it in the private chat in 1 second.
She's Dom C 303.
Yeah.
303.
I like her song. She has a song now.
Yeah.
I got to turn mine into an intro outro too.
Do you guys have a song yet?
I do.
No.
I have,
Oh,
like, a bunch of them.
actually, someone made it for me, but I didn't know. It was just like a intro for my page, but I haven't used it yet. It was just like singing heels on the ground and then me walking out of like a Porsche or something.
Yeah.
Is that Captain Kev? He's been making some. He made me one. Captain
Oh
Kev Man.
no, I should ask him to make me one.
He
This
really
was a
should.
jelly roaster, I think. Sorry,
Fat
jelly roast.
Redial's the one who makes all the songs. His name's Fat Redial. Well,
Oh.
I'll ask him if you ever want.
Yeah,
He
he's
makes
been
really
on
good songs.
Captain Kev Man's channel too. I actually heard his
Oh,
voice.
right.
And I know his
He's
name
supposed to
now.
be up tonight, right? Later tonight. He's supposed to be.
Yeah,
He told us
yeah,
last
no,
night he was teasing us an appearance. So
in about an
Who
hour.
was?
Y'all raid him
Wow.
over there in an hour and see what's up.
well, I'll be
Captain
watching
Kev?
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he
Also,
was asking Misty to go on.
right last night. Yeah.
Right.
So also, I put Dom C's in the private chat, guys. So if you want to copy that, so we got Dom C's. I've got all you guys in my
Perfect.
chat. The first one is
Yeah,
Just
I put
Max,
everyone in mine at Just Max Live at Sweet Dude
WI.
Shibby.
So if you guys can
First
go and
one's
share the
just
love,
Max.
like, subscribe to everyone, please.
Please.
Yes.
Yes, please like and subscribe.
Yeah, keep going.
We-
It's
we-
like this is what keeps us going here. We like to have you guys present. We like to chat with you all. I couldn't find Captain Kev's channel, Designs Laura said. Do we know his
I can find it. If you want to
okay.
put mine, you can take my
Captain,
screen down, I guess, and we'll all get
Captain
big
Kev
then.
Man.
Oh yeah.
I'll go find
And I
it.
think it's 405, Captain Kev Man 405, if I'm not
I know
mistaken.
it's all caps, and then it's like Kev Man.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll come up. I searched it. Oh yeah, I got him.
Oh yeah,
Captain
Bruce, go
Kevman
ahead. Drop your
Creations.
channel. I don't
Shibby's
know.
It's in the
man.
private chat. It's in there. Bruce too. Oh, Bruce, where's he?
He
In your
just
chat,
said,
I guess.
can I drop my channel? Of course.
Oh, I didn't
And then
even
he
see
said he
him.
just got here. He's been busy. I'm only in US a few weeks and going home to the Philippines. That's awesome.
Wow.
Hey, Bruce.
Great
I didn't
meeting
see. I was. What's up, bud?
Max
Yeah,
is
I'm
jealous.
going
He's like,
over-
I'm going.
I'm going over to see him. He's a very welcoming guy too. So he said, "Come on over anytime." All friends
Oh,
are
the
welcome.
Philippines. Yeah, he invited Damien and I over to the Philippines. He said,
Yes,
if we
he
come,
did.
he'll show us all around.
I love food from the Philippines. I love this one food called lumpia. Do you know?
He was showing something that looked like a burrito they fried, like a hamburger burrito fried or something.
Lumpia is kind of like an egg roll, sort of. I think.
Oh no! Oh yeah, it looked like a long egg roll thing.
Yeah, they're
And they fried
delicious.
it, though,
Oh my
too.
god, it has like all these chopped up veggies. It's so good. You eat it with a
I put-
sauce. It's delicious.
I'm like
just put Captain
hungry. I
Kev's,
want to eat something, but I don't want to eat before I like go lay down. I'll feel like yuck.
Yeah, I ended up shoving some peanut butter crackers down because I was hungry. Then I
You
had
know
my
what I would do? Just take like a couple of those Metamucils and drink a full bottle of water, and you're probably just bored. You're not even hungry. You're probably just bored.
You're probably
Because
just
you'll usually forget, but you have to give your stomach a half an hour to realize it.
What's
And
a
then if you're still
Metamucil?
hungry.
I thought that makes you go to the bathroom.
Fiber. No,
Oh.
it's fiber. It's like eating fiber. You know, you have
Oh.
fiber in your diet. It's good. It's healthy, and it also absorbs a lot of sugars and helps. You know, for insulin people, but it's good. It's just healthy people. Like if you take a couple of Metamucil, it's fiber. It's psyllium husks, and it's good for you because it's fiber, and it also absorbs like sugars get stuck in it, and they don't go into you.
Oh.
Like extra sugar and stuff.
Interesting. Okay.
How often do you
And it's
take
also, but what I would do is I would take like 3 or 4 of them. They're little pills and they're fiber. And then I drink a full bottle of water even if I'm not thirsty. And if I'm still hungry within a half an hour, I'll eat. But usually you're not hungry. You're just bored, and that you got to give your stomach time to get the signal to your brain, and then you're probably not even hungry.
I was definitely hungry after all the French toast talk. So
True. Yeah, French toast
and
is definitely
then-
better than fiber pills.
Bruce Davis said chili pepper wraps with the taco beef and cheese. I think that's what you saw, Shibby.
Probably. Oh yeah, Bruce's there. Yeah, it was his. His wife was frying them up.
yeah.
And Liberty Just for All said no one invited me to this party. I think that's your sub, Shibby.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed. Oh, I just subscribed to Wayne too.
Me too.
I did as well earlier.
I've got all you guys. So
Wayne, did you
Yeah.
sub to Max?
Yes, I did. I subbed to Max a
Thank
few
you.
days ago.
And now
Actually.
we're all best.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Uh-huh.
yeah, I think it
I've
is
seen
time for
his,
some French toast
video
for me.
when he come on and he made his video and he first made his channel.
Aw,
Oh, that's so nice.
And Linda Anderson just subscribed to Linda
Oh.
Anderson.
Yeah.
Oh, Linda Anderson. Oh, sweet. Oh, Bruce wants to know your channel, Max. It's at just Max Live, but Max has 2 X's.
I don't know what chat you're in, Bruce, or else I'd drop it
Oh,
again.
he's in mine. I'll redrop it again.
It's in the private chat, Michelle, if you want to copy and paste it.
Oh, yeah.
See, I subscribed to Max when I saw Michelle force him to wear the high heels, and it was uncomfortable. And I felt sorry there at that time. She said she made him wear 24 hours, a whole day. He had to wear those. So
Yeah,
I'm just
Oh my
kidding,
God.
totally kidding. Totally
not a
kidding.
whole day. I wanted to
You had to
meet
go
it.
get DoorDash or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he needed to get the Cinnabons.
I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how you do it.
remember
I would
that.
prefer you in Skechers. Honestly, if you're comfortable, I'd love you in Skechers.
Yeah, I like something with a lot of support. So those heels were
Anything.
not it, but
Anything
But
comfortable. I hate to
your
think
toe
you're
that
uncomfortable.
went down. That
Yeah.
was hilarious.
I could never do that.
good night, Nina.
Yeah, I think we could wrap this up. I'm
Yeah.
getting a
Yes,
little
perfect.
Well, he
sleepy.
just hit three
Hey, guys.
hours, so this is perfect.
Awesome. Liberty
What you
Just
got
for All
going on?
said, hi, we investigates. But thank you to everyone who joined tonight. Thank you for everyone who came on, who subscribed, who liked, who is just sharing all of our channels, who's joining us and keeping this conversation going. Let's keep chatting and let's keep doing this. I have so much fun making all these new friends. I love chatting with all the emails I'm getting. You all are amazing, and this has just been wonderful. And I love everyone that I've met, all the other YouTubers, everyone. You guys are awesome. I love you
Ditto.
all.
Ditto from me. Night, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Good night,
guys.
everyone.
Good night, Michelle. Good night, Max. Good night,
Good
chat.
night.
Nice chatting with
Later,
everyone.
guys.
Bye.
Thank
Night,
you,
Wayne.
everybody.
Max.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.